Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. An action-packed weekend, of course, capped with a gold medal for Team USA men's hockey. The women's hockey team featuring a bunch of Badgers players winning gold, also in overtime against Canada last Thursday at the Milan Olympics. But that wasn't all that happened over the weekend. The Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball team returning home to the Kohl Center, winners 84-71 on Sunday afternoon against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Nick Boyd, 27 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, leading Wisconsin in the victory. Nolan Winterhead, 18, Austin Rapp, 14 off the bench. Wisconsin now 19-8 on the season. We'll see if they remain ranked in the AP Top 25 poll later this afternoon. Wisconsin hits the West Coast this week. A pair of games against Oregon and Washington on Wednesday and Saturday coming up. Wisconsin women on the West Coast fall 80-60 against second-ranked UCLA yesterday evening.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The Monday edition. The usually the green and golden edition. Instead, it's the red, white, blue, and golden edition. The two front teeth, a small price to pay for the game-winning goal to win the first gold medal in men's hockey for the United States.
Would you have done it?
Since 1980. Well, I don't know how to skate.
No, I know, but if you could say
Yes.
right now,
Yes, absolutely.
you take out your front teeth
I would be happy to wear false
for a
teeth.
Pulitzer. For a Pulitzer, would you?
I don't know about that. Game-winning goal in the Olympics. Yes.
For a fourth Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year award.
Yeah, definitely not. I definitely would not give up my front teeth.
Wait, what
for
a
that.
slap to the face of the Sports Writers Award from Jason this morning.
Yeah, and rightfully so. And the Mark Tauscher, I've got the open edition of Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the incredible ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. Did we get a big announcement on the new WIAC big surprise? Did I miss it over the weekend?
What's going on WIAC
Not
wise?
yet. Stay tuned.
Well,
Not yet.
no, actually, I did hear it. And I don't know if this was Jesse's, but River Falls coach just took Drake's job. Not the rapper.
He's kind of a front runner from what I've seen.
He took the job down at Drake University.
He went to Des Moines to become the new Division I head football coach of the Drake
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Is Division I football?
FCS. Yeah. So South Dakota State.
Sure. Not North Dakota
Not
State
North Dakota
anymore,
State. Idaho, Portland State, all those.
I didn't know that.
Drake.
I learned something new every day, and you learn it.
That was the big announcement. That was the WEAC announcement.
From the Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. Happy harvest. How you doing today?
Yeah. I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm great. Not as great as the River Falls coach, whose innovative offense is about to take FCS by storm, I'm being told by sources close to the program, meaning you.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was Jesse's
Is that in the
big
Sports Center?
announcement or not.
It's not. Stay tuned. We're just waiting on a couple of lines to be crossed.
You're waiting on it.
We're
It's
good.
2 days to Wednesday, bro.
Well,
let's go.
We gotta see.
The
We gotta
announcement
see which
is
producers are available to fill in for Jesse. too.
no one's filling in for anything, and the announcement is not about Wednesday. It's on the back end of the week, so stay tuned.
No, but it's WEAC Wednesdays.
Not
So
anymore.
It's
It's
gotta
not.
either be Wednesday or it's
Not anymore. It's not. Yeah, stay tuned.
Boy.
Sounds like false branding on your end. All right. So I do have the open. So obviously yesterday Jason alluded to the great gold medal championship that the wonderful United States of America was able to procure with just a miraculous. I've heard all of the different things. Let's not kid ourselves. It's a lot different than I just got done watching the 1980s doc. I'm as big a fan of that. I try to get as much any content that's going to teach me about the 1980 team and the political ramifications and the sports side of it. I'm all in. Just give it to me. Mm-hmm. I'm lapping it up like soup on a cold day. But yesterday, everybody said, "Oh, it's at 7:10 a.m. That's too early." No, it's not that. 7:10 in the morning is not early. FYI,
Not for you.
It is early when Eleanor has a 8 a.m. gymnastics meet. That is early. So I did get, before I left, I saw Bolte, or whatever the guy's name was, score that first goal, which was sick. Tipped it to himself, then did a little fake snipe, back, boop, and then back across. It was awesome. That was, from all accounts, I watched that, and then we left. And I didn't watch anything else. And then Eleanor's doing, the beam and all of the other stuff. And I pulled Max with me to go. So he went with, and he's obviously a big hockey fan. And I don't know, somebody said something. I had forgotten that the game was on. I go look on my ESPN app, and why are you shaking your head? I forgot.
Wait, so you saw the goal? You saw the first goal. You went to the gymnastics meet.
At my house.
And you forgot that the game was going on?
Yeah, because I was focused on my daughter, trying to win her own championship, I would think, Jason, with you always telling us, I would think you would think that would be more important.
Yes,
I digress.
Having been to a few gymnastics meets in my day, and yes, I know you are very focused on Eleanor when she competes, including when you think it's someone else, or when you think it's her and it's someone else.
By the way, she still has that same teammate that is like her doppelganger, and if that was back in the COVID era, I would still be watching the wrong girl. Like, that's where we're at.
But there's a lot of downtime.
Nobody has grown. There's
a lot of downtime in gymnastics meets where your child is not competing. So I'm just surprised that you were not sneaking a peek on your phone when she was not on the beam. That's all.
Focus on family and country here. It's possible.
If I may, I was going to get to that, but Jason decided to rudely interrupt. Just Jerry, retired fella. Just so you put in the checkbox, Jason did that to me today, not me to him, which I know is rare.
I actually just made a face, and then you referenced it. But go ahead, please. Let me step back.
Your face was my case. Well, anyways, somebody says something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, there is a hockey game. And I look on my ESPN app, overtime. I'm like, oh, let's go. But what is it on? Where would I have to go to be able to watch on my phone? Wow. I'm watching the gymnastics.
I know.
What is the answer, Jason? Yes.
Peacock.
Yes. So, here is where, and I legitimately was thinking this through. Do I want to be a fraud? Do I want to be a fraud? Because that's what this would be. I would be a fraud. So,
Hypocrite.
what I did was I thought, how can I skirt fraudum, push the envelope on fraudum, but skirt it? And what I did was I tried to get one of Eleanor's friends' dads to flip the screen. They didn't have Peacock on their phone. So I went to old girl, my wife, who has Peacock on her phone.
What?
Now, you might say, yeah, hold up. You might say, well, that's crazy talk. I thought your house. I do not. As we all know, I do not control my wife. I don't tell her.
You tell her
So
she
what
can't
we
use the
did-
kitchen.
Hold up. Well, that's because she was banned. That wasn't because of anything else. So what ended up happening was Max took the phone from Sarah, and we watched the overtime while Eleanor was in between, I think it was a beam and a floor or something, and we were able to watch the end of a great, and as the guy jumped it, I said, uh-oh, this is going to be it. And then we went down, made the great dish over to Hughes, and he sniped it, low right side, bam, championship gold medal. But the whole time I was thinking, is this fraudulent? Jesse, was what I did as a red-blooded American, wanting to watch us win a championship with my son who loves hockey. Did I handle this situation right? I did not have it on my phone. I did not use my phone, but I did watch on Peacock. What's the verdict?
I think one of the great things about the Olympics is it brings together so many different people around this country for one unifying cause. It was a moment that all Americans could celebrate yesterday, a big victory in overtime. Jack Hughes with a bloody mouth, missing half a tooth to get the victory over Canada, and for you to set aside your differences with the streaming platform Peacock to come together to witness the first American men's hockey gold medal in 46 years.
On that exact day. Which is, by the way, that's crazy that it doesn't feel like it was 46 years ago. But it is. All right, so what's the verdict? Fraud, non-fraud?
Not a fraud.
Yes! All right.
He's just proud of his country, man. It's a rare
It was
thing these
awesome.
days.
It was awesome, and then to be able to watch. Now, I didn't have AirPods, and I wasn't going to, blare it while, somebody's going Miley Cyrus's floor routine. I didn't want to, have the music cranking, so I couldn't hear the interviews. But I saw the Gaudreau jersey and bringing the kids out on the ice and all of the emotion, and it was all just freaking awesome, man, right? It was everything that is right about sports was yesterday. Everything. So all of that. So that's why I didn't feel bad, even though I did pause and hesitate before we flipped it on to watch as we were watching Eleanor roll through the derriere. By the way, derriere, I'm going to give them a lot of love for their gymnastics meet. You know what they did, Jason? They set it up. They had it organized. We were out of there in less than 3 hours because instead of setting up and doing all of the awards down there, they shuttle you through, and then they actually put you in a room with just the group that you competed with, and they ran it out, and you were done the award ceremony 15 minutes. Kudos to the derriere. All right? Kudos, because everybody now needs to implement what the derriere did. We don't need an hour and a half award ceremony for gymnastics anymore. They fixed it. And for that, I am very grateful to the derriere folks in the gymnastics world. Go ahead.
It's a great meet. We go every other year. They alternate with that meet and a different meet. We did not have one this past weekend, though. We were at a indoor soccer game while this was going on. I'm just going to tell you to tell us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I'm
What?
No.
I'm not.
I need your version.
You don't have
I'm
a
not going to
taste?
sit
I
here.
can't.
I'm not
going to
sit here and not let you.
I'm
You're
not.
not hedging
No.
on this.
He set
I'm
aside
not-
a years-long fight
I'm
with
not-
Peacock
I'm
to
not
watch
hedging.
the
I'm just not
American U.S.
speaking.
men's
No,
hockey team
What do
win
you
a
mean you're
gold
not
medal
hedging?
against Canada.
You think it's fraud? You think it's fraudulent? don't you?
I am. No comment means no comment, man. I'm
think
not.
it's fraudulent?
I feel. No,
Stand
I'm not
up
doing this.
for what you believe in and what you think.
I don't feel comfortable. This is not a safe space for me. I don't want to be part of this.
The world isn't a safe space. Tell me what you think.
Judge Jason.
You've
Tell
had
me what you think.
you've had Peacock in your family this entire time. You are a complete and utter fraud. A hypocrite.
I have not.
You
I
you
have not.
took
No.
your wife's phone. Are you on the? Do you have separate phone plans?
Yes. No, not separate phone plans, but separate apps and everything else.
Okay.
I do not have Peacock on my phone. I do not. right.
First of all, I'm so disappointed because what would have been even better than this version of the story would have been had you, in fact, not been lying to us all this time and having Peacock in your home, so you could have been watching on your wife's account all of the Badger basketball games that you put on your television. And because this is the same equivalent, you could have been watching Nick Boyd knocking down threes like nobody's business and then just said, well, it's not my Peacock account, it's Sarah's Peacock account. So, yes, you're a hypocrite. But on top of that, the great irony here is that
it's not hypocritical. I'm not using it. I didn't use it.
You asked you goaded me into this. I was ready to just say
last time I checked,
Nadella.
Last time you can object. Like I can sit here and this is like a court case. I don't have to sit here and just take. Lawyers can object. I objected. Continue.
Argumentative.
I was overruled.
Sustained.
I was overruled.
So, on top of all this, the better version of this story is that you cave and you do sign up for Peacock just to see the overtime. And Jack Hughes gets the goal 1 minute and 41 seconds
What the heck is that?
You're right.
What are
into
you doing over
overtime.
there?
I've been battling an upper respiratory thing.
A lot of
A
walking
minute and
pneumonia
41
going on
seconds
right now.
in. A minute and 41. You would have paid for
Yeah,
Peacock
that was awesome.
to watch a minute
That was great.
41
Worth it.
for the game
Yeah.
winner.
Worth every second.
Totally worth it.
But you didn't do that because your wife has had Peacock all along. She's been
Well-
watching Law and Order and FBI
I don't know
and all
about
the
all
other
that.
great programs
That I don't
they've
know
got
about.
over there.
Yeah. Ponies, pretty good
I
one.
don't know about all
Let's
that.
finish
now.
Ponies.
I don't know about all that. So, hey, I can't argue. That's why I brought it up. What am I going to fight you on it? Do
You
I
said you were
still
gonna
have the
object.
same beliefs? I still have the same beliefs. Is it that now there's mincing of things because there's something with the cable program that we have that you get these apps with it.
I told you
I
about
don't know
that.
all
Yeah.
of that. I understand, but I did not go sign up for a Peacock. I did not go pay for a Peacock. I had nothing to do with a Peacock, okay? I utilized my wife's phone to watch with my son that loves hockey to watch the end of this. I enjoyed it too. Selfishly, I did feel bad, but I'm not going to sit here and denigrate myself and say that I'm now pro Peacock because I'm not. I'm still going to rail against it. But yesterday, I was put in a position where I had a pick. And it was, if you had said this was fraudulent, I couldn't fight you to tooth and nail like I'd like. Okay? Oh,
So what's
Jamie.
the difference?
This is, I know. I didn't utilize it. I still didn't pay for it, at least in my own mind. But I understand why people like Jamie are putting this out that I sold out. I didn't feel great about it. It was a once-in-a-46-year life deal, okay? And I didn't want to miss it live.
So a few more questions.
Yeah.
Again, because I'm doing my best Sam Waterston here with the witness. So, did you know all along, while you've been railing against Peacock for all this time, that Sarah had added the app to her phone? Did you know that it was
hold up. As I told you from the jump, when Saved by the Bell was out, we had Peacock. My big fight with Peacock was they threw you like an episode, and then they wanted you to pay $8 to watch the rest of them, and I told them to blank off. That was my big fight with Peacock. That's where I put my foot in the ground and said no to Peacock. Okay? So we have always had the app listed because we downloaded it, but I did not know. And then when you were talking about the whole cable deal, and then I realized that was probably the case. But that still didn't change my mindset.
So how long have you known that Sarah had an active Peacock account for the Tauscher family?
The witness will answer the question that he's asked directly.
So I would say
Judge
I always
Judy
knew
over
that
there.
we had the free version of Peacock. I did not know about the paid version of Peacock, and that is the truth.
Okay.
We always had the free Peacock. The free Peacock was always up in our little corner. I just never used it because we didn't pay for it. And what's on there is free. Nobody's going to watch. I mean, typically, right? Isn't that how that goes?
I don't know. It's free with my cable, and I get everything I want from the Peacock app. Like, there's ads.
Yeah.
It's not ad-free, but I watch whatever I want. Now, next question for the witness, Judge. So now that you have done this, and you have done these mental gymnastics, not to be confused with the great gymnastics that Eleanor did at the Derriere meet.
Yeah, she had a good day yesterday, too. She did a nice job.
That is awesome. We're thrilled for her. I'll let the girls know.
Yep.
They'll be happy for her.
Had a good day.
But now that you have done the mental gymnastics to convince yourself that in no way did you violate your personal policy of not utilizing your own Peacock account, then why on earth, how would you now justify not watching your favorite basketball team when you would be doing the same thing you did yesterday, which is watching without it being your account? You can watch Gardo's team, support the boys. Right? Yep. I think they were on FS1 when I watched them yesterday against Iowa. Was that and with Round Ball Rock playing, which is still very weird to me.
Yeah.
But Jell and I were both at the game yesterday. Jell actually invited me up to get a bubbler up in the suite, but with my knee, I didn't want to climb the steps, so I just stayed down. I didn't go.
Did he get leftovers? That's a discussion for the next segment.
Tausch did not RSVP to his invitation to come up and join Tier 1 Tyler.
So you never actually said you weren't coming up?
Yeah, we just left us hanging.
Left you undelivered?
I didn't want to be like Jesse and intrude in on somebody else's party and wolf down a bunch of food.
All right.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit on my phone when I'm sitting there watching the game, Jesse. But you're right. I could have.
Okay. This is irrelevant and prejudicial.
You brought it up.
Back to the question. Okay. Back to the original question.
Yeah.
Because there is no difference now, whether it's Jack Hughes, whether it's Nick Boyd, Nolan Winter, they're all together on Sarah's app, which you can install now on your TV.
Here's what I'm
going to
say.
Den.
Here's what I'm going to say. Yeah, here's what I'm going to say.
This is like
hold up.
No, you say what you want to say or say what you need to say, as John Mayer would sing. But let's be honest here. You have crossed the Rubicon now. There's no point in standing on ceremony now. When it's still not your app.
I don't think so. It's not my app. Here's what I'm going to say.
I'm giving you the out.
Judge Judy's on the case.
Here's what I'm going to say. I will never download. I have all of the other apps on my phone. I have the other streaming services, Disney and blah, 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 on my phone, which is where I stream. I'm at my crib. I'm not streaming. I watch cable. I don't stream. I just don't. Not my deal. Streaming's for airplanes and being out on the road. That's how I look at it. Is that an old school thought process? Yes. I am never going to put Peacock on my phone. I will not use my phone, which is what I stream on, to ever watch a Badger basketball game. Will I utilize Sarah's phone if we're in the same spot and it's a Final Four or something big? Absolutely. Will I at home watch a Peacock game that is Badger basketball? I will not. So could I understand why you think I've crossed a Rubicon?
What about a Packers game? What about a Packers game that's Peacock only in the future?
Well, that's work. That's work. related. So,
So how are you going to watch that?
I will not watch it on here. I will not. I'll find. Go to Jesse's house, or we always figure out ways. Go to a bar to find a way to get it done. But no, there will never be a Peacock app on. Oh, why did that light come on? Any buttons? I will not have a Peacock app on my phone, and I will not watch any streaming on my phone, which again is what I do on streaming with a Peacock app ever. Not going to happen.
Let's go to Judge Jesse from the bench. We need the Law and Order sound effects. I don't know if those are
not royalty free.
I'm not sure if those are royalty free.
Judge
Jesse.
I will ask the defendant once more. You are being given an opportunity right now. If you would like to officially announce your transition to becoming a Peacock viewer, and you want to watch Wisconsin athletic events, and you want to watch some of the great shows, there's some good dramas. There's this great show with Kaylee Cuoco about a podcast they do with a real murderer. Like, you can do all that stuff. You can watch these shows. You can relinquish your vendetta against the platform, and we will give you the pass right now because it's in celebration of Team USA winning a men's hockey gold medal for the first time in 46 years. We all would understand, and you are given the out if you would like to officially renounce your objection to Peacock. This is your opportunity. If you don't, you will likely be known as a hypocrite around these parts for the rest of our time.
Well, our homes need to be ready for just about anything in Wisconsin year-round, and that's why Pella focuses on quality and durability in everything that they do. The right windows and doors can vastly improve your home's comfort, efficiency, and overall style. And with Pella, you're going to get expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and within your budget. Don't miss out on 0% financing for up to 4 years. It ends on February 28th. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more. Yeah, I'm not going to be pigeonholed. I will not be pigeonholed. So, as I've stated, no apps on my phone with Peacock. Will not watch, and I am not going to give up my vendetta against Peacock. It was a one-time off on someone else's phone that I wanted to watch. So, no. So if it's playing at the gymnastics meet, am I being a hypocrite by watching it? Because it's the same thing.
No,
if it's up on the Jumbotron there instead of the scores because it's overtime, am I then a hypocrite? No.
Hi.
Right?
First of all, I think it was on NBC.
It was.
I don't think it was exclusively on Peacock. I think they aired it
so
live.
Then I'm definitely in the clear. Yeah, I'm in the
right,
clear.
but you didn't watch it on NBC.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, maybe Sarah had it on the NBC Sports deal. I'll have to check.
This
I know
sounds,
it was streamed.
This sounds, as they say in the Fugitive, hinky. Now suddenly we've opened up a potential alibi witness for you to claim it was the NBC Sports app, which I don't know. Yeah, no.
All I know is I was handed the phone and the hockey game was on. That's what
so
I
now
know.
you're pleading
and I'm assuming
ignorance.
It was Peacock.
Interesting.
No, I thought it was Peacock.
Interesting how your story is changing on the stand.
No.
This cross-examination is over.
Of myself. I'm cross-examining myself.
Dude, you come on. Just admit that. Just come on.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm out. It's the same thing as if it was on a TV in the back corner.
So at the indoor soccer game that Sydney was playing during it, it was on the TVs in that area. So I saw it. I saw them go to overtime, and then we got in the car because Sid was done playing, and I didn't get to see the goal live. I had to see it, as you like to say, clips of it afterward. But I'm gonna reach out to the good people of Peacock because I enjoy their product.
No, you won't.
I appreciate that I don't have to pay extra for it because it comes with my cable.
Sure.
But I'm getting caught up on all my favorite episodes.
Grant, appreciate you.
Grant and Madison. Tausch is not guilty.
Grant.
It's research for work. The question is not whether it was okay for him to watch it. No one is debating. I'm glad you watched it. I'm glad you shared that moment with your son, who is a hockey-loving, stud hockey player. I am glad that it was not while your daughter, Eleanor, was on the beam or on the bars or on the floor or on the vault.
Close to the bars. Yeah, there was some. I wasn't sure on the bars.
So I'm glad Jack Hughes delivered the goal when he did, so he didn't miss any of her competing.
Very quick.
But you are a fraud.
Oh, that hurts.
But you know, and here's the thing:
snap.
Down deep inside, you know it. But you were willing to.
know.
You were willing to be vulnerable for the better of the show, and now you're being a stubborn mule, even knowing that you're guilty.
I'm going to tell you this. I can understand why. I can't, with good conscience, tell you that you can't call me that. I know how I feel, which is all that really matters, and I don't feel that way. But I understand why you could misconstrue it into fraudulent behavior. I totally understand that.
I will reach out via social media to the good people of Peacock. We'll get a ruling from them. See what they think.
I'm not interested in their. I'm not interested in their ruling. I don't like their operation. I've told you that, but I had to do it. Are we going to commercial? Yeah, I tried, Levi. I mean, I did the read 7 minutes ago. So when everybody's telling Rich Eisen sorry for being late today, don't put it back on old T. FYI.
Levi, if you'd like to have Lenny Briscoe and Ronaldo Curtis, and
who's Ronaldo Curtis?
I don't know that one.
It's Ray. It's like Lenny's partner for a good chunk of his career. Then Ed Green.
He had who was the dude that dated Julia Roberts for a while? That was his big partner.
Stabler.
What the heck was his name? I don't remember, but he had his one partner that they rolled, man. That was when the show was at its best.
Yeah, no, Benjamin Bratt played Ray Curtis. I believe you're thinking of Chris Noth, Mr. Big.
No, I'm thinking Bratt. You're right.
That's Ray Curtis.
Yeah.
Ray
How do
Curtis.
I know that? How do you know Ray Curtis?
Be that as it may, Levi, if you'd like us to turn our attention to investigating what you did with Jesse's silent mouse, we're happy to do that. But we're going to go to commercial as you requested. More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza. I've been telling you for a while how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. Well, I loved Pizza Hut then, and I love making new memories, enjoying it with my family today. As Wisconsin sports fans, we know it's rarely easy to find a win. But Pizza Hut has a win for lunch or dinner. Pizza Hut's My Hut Box lets you choose your entree, personal pan pizza, a melt, or now, wings. Boneless or traditional wings start at just $6.99. One box, tons of options, all day, every day. Order on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Every act of change begins with a neighbor. When neighbors connect through the Feeding America network, small actions ripple into lasting impact. Feeding America, led by neighbors. Take action to end hunger now at feedingamerica.org.
Your seat at the table just got better. Step into the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. This is true high-limit play. Experience enhanced game rules, including blackjack where the dealer stands on soft 17. Better odds, faster play, and authentic action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your best yet. Find your edge, play your rhythm, and raise the stakes in the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's Hard Rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Love is in the air this February at Metro Ford of Madison, and if you're ready for a relationship that can handle anything, meet the 2025 Bronco Sport. Right now, get 3.9% APR for 66 months, just $16.86 per thousand finance, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash. Or lease a Bronco Sport for just $319 a month with 10% down. But don't wait. This sweetheart of a deal ends March 2nd. Find your one true love today at MetroFordofMadison.com.
Bud Light's Mini Hoops Mania is back in the Madison area. Get in on the action at W Thursday, March 5th at 9 p.m. One lucky winner will be heading to Vegas for a chance to win $10,000. Also find Bud Light at Chasers 2.0, Jay's, and Wando's. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents. 21 plus. Begins 1/6/26 and ends 3/20/2026. Multiple entry periods. Visit BudLight.com/minihoopsmania rules for official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store in Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
We're on the Badgers.
I think unequivocally the Badgers are a Final Four caliber team.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When the Badgers are playing at their best, no one in the country can beat them.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch, back with you.
We're going to go something a little meaner. I got a funny text from our buddy, my old neighbor, and he said, regarding Peacock, you sound like the Amish that'll bum a ride in somebody else's car, but you refuse to own one. I think that's kind of a fair assessment.
Interesting.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Would you say that those folks from that perspective would then be violating the spirit of the rules that they live by?
I can understand. Again, I can understand that how you would look at it that way. Yes,
that's what I figured. Yeah. Well, we're glad you got to see the game. So, how much of the game did you actually get to watch? Because I will admit, it was on again on USA last night while I was writing and doing some work. And I felt FOMO because, like, there's a 4-minute penalty power play for the U.S.
Yeah, 5-on-3.
At the end of regulation. And then Jack Hughes gets called for a penalty. And so then they have to kill off about a minute and change of that penalty themselves. Like, I was thinking, boy, if you were watching this live as opposed to me knowing the outcome, you'd be on the edge of your seats because this game could be over like that. And then, obviously, they manage they get to overtime. And by the way, the goaltender who plays for the Winnipeg Jets, Jesse, help me out with his name.
Connor Hellebuck.
I mean, shades of Jim Craig. Am I right? He was great.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
So I learned something new that I didn't realize because I don't usually focus in on the Olympic Games very often, that the U.S. for the last 12 years had not sent NHL players on their teams.
I don't think that's true.
I'm pretty sure that's what was said on the broadcast.
2010, we had a bunch of NHL players.
14, I believe, was the last time that the NHL players had gone to the Olympics.
Which would be 12 years for those of us doing the math.
TJ Oshie was an NHLer when he scored the goal in the shootout against Russia in Sochi.
So who are we playing?
I would love to see
college players.
Like IHL guys or
amateurs?
No, Wisconsin. It'd be like Wisconsin players, Minnesota.
Yeah.
It would be like that. Which is, by the way, the way I think it should be. I think what do they call it? The Four Corners deal, or what was the thing a couple years ago?
Four Nations face-off.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I think Olympics. I'd love to see it get back to amateurism, but since it's not, so I like. I don't know who just tweeted that out.
Why are you
talking about the game?
Why are you so big on this return to amateurism when what exactly is left of amateurism? Like college sports isn't even amateurism anymore.
Yeah, college sports is gone from amateurism. I like the idea of amateurism.
We got high school NIL deals being legalized. Who exactly are you going to send, Max?
I don't know. No, that's a good question. I don't know how it's not for me to decide that. That's for the IOC.
It's your suggestion.
I'm not going to delve in. I already got college football playoffs on my mind that I'm trying to fix. The NFL play, I got other things I'm trying to fix.
Yeah.
I can't get into the
Peacock
IOC
subscription
stuff.
to manage.
But as long as we look at this game, Canada, and again, the Canadians sound like a bunch of whiners. Oh, we played better. Yeah, hey, that's sports.
I noticed they didn't post silver shines as bright as gold on their
why not?
After their men's team lost.
No, why didn't they? I mean,
I don't know.
dead serious.
Great
Why
question.
didn't they?
Totally agree.
They should, because if it was great for the women's team to have it, it should have been. But that's you have that discussion later with somebody else. I'm not interested right now about that.
Fair enough.
They dominated the game. They did.
Yeah, the goaltender was better.
That's how hockey works. That's sometimes how sports works. Somebody gets hot, your goaltender stands on his head a little bit, which obviously Old Boy did yesterday, and you're able to fend off a 5-on-3, which is hard to do when you're talking about the talent they had. Now, the argument, and I think this is a valid, fair argument, when you're talking big boy events, 3-on-3 is a much better way to finish a game than a shootout. Just like I think in soccer, they should look at dumping a couple people off, make it more spacious so that the athletes can shine, and you let somebody win rather than have 5 penalty kicks. I think the World Cup, everybody should look at that.
Mm-hmm.
But in a moment like that, I do want to play another 20 minutes of 5-on-5. And then if that doesn't go, or even 10 minutes, then you go to the 3-on-3 or go 4-on-4. The Canadians are crying about that, both the women and the men, because I don't know, they want to say, well, we're skilled and all this. The bottom line was they made a poor decision. They tried to jump a puck in their zone. They missed. We end up breaking out. We end up winning the game because of that. That is life in sports. And nobody should apologize for any of it. It was a whale of a game. I love this. And I don't know if we'd see this in other sports. We talked about that with the Four Nations. And I don't know if and when will hockey ever break through. I've heard it for years that soccer was going to. Remember that 99 women's team, or 98? It's going to change the world. Everybody's going to be soccer. There's going to be professional women's soccer leagues everywhere. It is going to be mainstream, and it's going to be right behind the NFL. Now, soccer has grown. I'm not going to argue that, but it has not jumped any of the other sports. How and when will that ever happen? Because we all love hockey in doses. Are we ever going to shovel it in like soup? We're not. I just don't think that's where we're at. This is always going to be a dosage. I think this will be dosage.
Are we shoveling up? First of all, just to clarify, are we lapping up the soup or are we shoveling it in right now?
Well,
because we've had a lot of soup
it in when
so
it comes
far.
With our love of hockey, we're not shoveling it in. We're dosing it, which is fine. But what we saw yesterday is the best of what sports has to offer. It gave you everything you could. It gave the storytelling you love.
Yeah,
it gave
great.
the competitiveness. Mm-hmm. It gave the fire, and you could see the passion and the blood, the sweat, everything that you're looking for.
Yeah, the dental
was
work
on display yesterday, and you just don't see moments like that very often in sports anymore. and then you get the community. Like it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. So beautiful that I almost had to skirt my Peacock whole deal to put a bow on this. That's
almost. Mm-hmm. Mike in Madison, Tausch must have picked up more than financial advice from those Annex webinars with Dr. J, like how to backtrack and cover your butt.
What does that
I think
mean,
that's the next one. I think that might be the next topic. First of all, I appreciate that we got to talk about the game. The most interesting thing beyond your absolute, complete, and utter denial of what you did was what was with the stuffed animals they gave out after they gave out the medals?
They've been doing that all Olympics long. I think it's the mascot of the Olympics, and like all the winners.
Like, did you see the faces of the Canadian players as those were being distributed?
They just wanted to rip those things to shreds right there.
I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, it was so good.
You enjoyed what?
Huh?
What did you enjoy?
Were you not listening? It's okay if you weren't.
Stuffed animals? No, I did. You enjoyed the stuffed animals?
Yeah, they were handing them out, and I enjoyed the reaction of the players who are already pissed off that they lost to their arch rivals in overtime and settled for the silver medal, which does not shine as brightly as gold, at least not when it comes to their Twitter account. But on top of that, they're handing out these stuffed animals as they're like finishing up the ceremony after the game. I found it amusing. It was a great story, and it was hard to watch Johnny Gaudreau's parents, his dad getting really emotional in the stands. It was great that they brought Johnny's kids out onto the that was all awesome. Like, it was incredibly compelling. I thought Mike Tirico, who I did not see it again live because we were in the car on our way home from a soccer game, but I did get to see it last night. I thought he was phenomenal in kind of summing up the moment, and it looked to me like it was just off the cuff, like it wasn't off a teleprompter or anything else. It was really neat about dreaming and 46 years after the Miracle on Ice. Like, it was really cool. So I'm glad you got to see it. I think the Nile ain't just a river in Egypt, but I'm glad you got to see it. I'm glad you got to share that moment with Max.
Where does that rank in the lexicon of all time? I mean, I don't have it in like my top 5 of all. Yeah,
I don't. I don't. To your point about amateurism, which is, you're hung up on some concept from the '60s, man. It's never coming back, and
Never's a long
it
time.
Makes it.
Never's time.
I don't think the way we're going, it's coming back.
Will they make a movie about this team?
No. As
Jack
Hughes said,
there'll be a doc through.
For sure, it'll be a documentary. But as Jack Hughes said, what a great team we come together in these last 2 weeks. Like, I mean, it's not quite the same as Miracle, which takes you all the way through the process of Herb Brooks selecting his team for the 1980 victory over the Russians. But also learned that was pool play. There wasn't an actual gold medal game. Like, it was a gold medal game based on who was going to win it, but it wasn't bracketed. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Did they talk about that? Well, they beat the Russians. It was
semis.
But it was based on record.
It wasn't semi. Like, it wasn't like the semifinal before the championship game. It was they did a round robin.
Yes,
and it so happened that the winner of U.S. Russia, like the U.S. also had to beat. I think it was Finland in the next one.
Yes, correct.
They still had to beat Finland to win the gold medal, but no one remembers that.
Yeah,
they
but
just
they were
went out
getting
and did
the
it.
silver win or lose. So were they going to get the silver win or lose in that final?
I don't know the answer to that, quite frankly.
Well, if it's not, then whatever you're arguing is dumb, because then it is a semifinal and a final.
I appreciate you calling it dumb.
It's not very
but
nice.
That's not. Some might say your argument about.
We will hold you in contempt if you don't watch that tone, Mr. Tauscher.
Okay.
Objection.
But you're saying it wasn't a semifinal. They beat Russia.
If
they lost to Finland, would they have gotten the bronze or would they have gotten the silver?
Again, I don't know the answer to that.
No, I'm asking. You guys are sitting here telling me it's pool play. Tell me what it is.
But that is what it was. It was round robin.
So if they lost to Finland, they would have gotten the silver or they would have gotten bronze?
I will fact check that after I tell you about Associated Bank, which always gets the gold medal.
You just brought it up. I was at Caliendo's thing. I might do a lot of John Madden today. We had a Caliendo event on Friday, and he was John Madden everywhere. So I might, every time you're saying something that's, you got the guy says it's a semifinal. It's a semifinal. Semifinals are when you play the finals. And then you go to the finals, and then if you lose in finals, that's when you get the silver medal. But if it's in a pool play, then you don't get that. That's how the finals and the semifinals work.
Associated Bank has the best customer service in the industry. They don't get the bronze. They don't get the silver. They get the gold. Because they've got early pay, which allows you access to your direct deposit up to due days early. They've got credit monitoring to make sure that you're ready to make that big purchase like we were when we finally got our couch from Steinhoffel's. And, of course, they've got fraud protection if someone wants to steal your identity and try to steal your money. On top of that, Badgers checking, Packers checking, and Brewers checking so you can rep your favorite team. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. We will get the information on the 1980. You just watched the documentary. Apparently that didn't come up at any point.
There was pool play to get into the final bracketing.
It was a round robin. It was on the broadcast.
They played, and
so apparently the
you
two
had
teams
to win a certain amount of games to qualify to be in the medal round, which is pool play.
No. Okay. More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Thank you.
Brewers baseball is in the air.
Fly ball, deep left, get going and gone!
Spring back into the baseball season on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Sustainable luxury starts with what you already own.
At Chalmers Jewelers, we purchase unwanted gold jewelry and responsibly recycle it through exceptional refining, giving new life to old pieces without the need for new mining.
Broken, outdated, or unworn, your gold still has value and purpose.
Choose a more conscious way to recycle your precious metals and get rewarded for it.
Visit us to learn more.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Mark Tauscher here, and if you know me, you know I love Wisconsin. That's why I'm a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or with the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Ready to escape a Wisconsin winter? Well, Ho Chunk Gaming Madison is offering up some serious vacay vibes this February. Starting at 1 p.m. on Saturday, February 28th, 24 winners will each select luggage containing a cash prize up to $5,000. At 5 p.m., one grand prize winner will receive $20,000 for an ultimate vacation getaway. You can earn entries every day in February. Next stop, Sunshine. Turn daydreams into departures at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble.
Support your school's athletic programs. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up on Monday, we react to the Winter Olympics gold medal hockey game and weigh in on the latest from the NFL offseason as the NFL Scouting Combine gets set to kick off. That's on Monday's Rich Eisen Show on Disney+, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio.
Say you don't want nothing, but you look better on me. You look better on me. Let me show you something.
So this is amazing. So the final round in 1980 was the U.S., the Soviet Union, Sweden, and Finland.
Yep.
Miracle on Ice. U.S. wins 4-3. Finland and Sweden tie 3-3. So then, subsequently, on the 24th of February, 1980, the United States beats Finland 4-2. The Soviets take out their frustrations on the poor Swedes 9-2. The United States wins gold. Soviets win silver. Sweden receives the bronze, and Finland, who the U.S. played to win the gold medal, doesn't get a medal at all.
Is
They
that
finished fourth.
right?
So what I was trying to explain to you was, in fact, what I thought it was.
Yeah. That's
it was
very
out-bracketed. That's weird.
That is weird. Well, thank you for clarifying.
Almost as weird as Tausch's video freezing, and it looks like he's sleeping.
He fell asleep. Hate it when that happens.
Oh, really? Let me reboot. So, just wait a second. So, how did the team that lost 9-2 end up with the bronze, and the other team that just got beat by us end up with nothing?
Again, I'm not entirely sure how that works. I don't know if it was goal differential because Sweden also I didn't. The commercial break is only 4 minutes, and I was trying to get as much information as quickly as possible. I'm sorry I don't have more for you, because the Swedes also had a worse goal differential in the final round of -7. So again, I don't know. We'll let Rob Vogel solve that for us.
I'll tell you what, that is a really dumb way to set a bracket up.
I'm glad the U.S. won,
fixed that.
And they earned it. They won both their games in the medal round, and they had to come from behind against the Finns as well. All right, Jesse, there's no way I'm reading that very long text message on my screen. I don't have super bad vision.
In essence, it says if we lost to Finland, Soviets would have won the gold, even though they lost to us.
That's a bad
because
system.
of goal differential. Which is really dumb.
If the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team had lost to Finland, they likely would have earned the silver medal. This is from Adam in Glendale. A loss would have given the Soviet Union the gold, with the U.S. finishing second in the medal round. In a worst-case scenario, depending on the Sweden-USSR game result, they could have risked dropping to bronze or even off the podium, though silver was the most probable outcome.
So you beat the Russians, and then you still don't win the gold, and the team that you beat wins the gold instead of you? I don't think so. It's good to see that they changed it.
For as many documentaries and movies that have been made, it was always, we haven't won jack yet. We need to beat Finland in the final to get the gold.
Yep.
Nobody ever said how stupid that programming was. Wherever, why is that not the fact that we, as I think pretty smart sports folks,
thank you,
didn't know that is one of the unsolved. That is crazy that is not described and then critiqued as part of this doc, because for me, I thought all of the storylines, the last guy that got cut, the fact that, oh boy, Herb Brooks was the last guy cut on the 60 team, all of those were great storylines that I didn't know. That's the great part about a documentary. And then all of the players sitting in that rink, watching it, seeing how their families react. It was awesome. I'm getting chills just thinking about watching that, how great it was. To not describe and let your viewers know this, I'm not going to go as far as saying it's malpractice.
Good.
But it's leaving out a big piece to the story. Because I'm telling you, you want outrage with, Miami shouldn't have got in and Notre Dame cried about Nick go to the Pop-Tarts Bowl. You imagine the outrage?
Yeah.
If we beat the Soviets and we tie Finland and then they give the gold medal to the Soviets, it would have been anarchy.
So, is there an argument to be made that because it was a gold medal game that went to overtime against rival Canada, that yesterday's win was actually better than the 1980 win?
No, get out of here.
There is no story that will ever be better than that one. Ever. That includes Rocky going into the Soviet Union and knocking out Drago. Both had a big part to do with the fall of communism there. But I'm telling you, nothing. Sinead O'Connor. That's what I'm going to tell you. When you were saying it, all I was thinking was Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of.
Nothing compares
because
to
there
you.
will never, and let me make sure I'm very purposeful with this. There will never, because of what Jason said earlier, there's no amateurism. There will never be a story as great as that 1980s team. None. And there would have never been a bigger malfeasance than had we tied Finland and they given the golden medal to the USSR 2 days after we beat them in the greatest upset, and one of the greatest upsets in the history of sports. That would have been malpractice on a level I can't even think we'd even take to court.
With Ronaldo Curtis.
That is such a crazy. Can you imagine doing a Final Four? Wisconsin finally, we beat Duke, and then we go to the championship game, and I don't know how you could end up being a tie, but you end up and you beat somebody else by a small margin, and then they bring Duke back up because they beat Michigan State in the third place game by 52 points. Well, sorry, point differential. They got you by 6, so they get the gold. What are we doing here? Who on earth organized that?
Not sure. We follow a more clearly delineated protocol for trivia, though. Jesse, you apparently want to play trivia this early. I don't know why, and I don't know, given how far behind we already are, you want to, but let's go. What's the category and what caller do you want?
I mean, we've spent a lot of time recapping the sports weekend by talking about this big USA hockey win on Sunday morning, so why not keep rolling with Wilde Tausch Trivia's sports weekend recap, as we always do on Mondays.
Okay.
So makes sense here. Jack Hughes, Warriors number 86.
Yeah, caller 86. Bold.
8 plus 6 is 14. 8 plus 6 is 14. So that
caller
seems
14.
more in our wheelhouse.
Caller 14 right now for Wilde Tausch Trivia, presented by Cousins Subs and Iron Jock, and apparently by Sinead O'Connor, because nothing compares to you or Iron Jock. or the 1980 Olympic team. Caller 14 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. We'll play trivia next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Baseball season is heating up.
It's back! It's back! And it is up and it is gone!
Get ready for the return of Brewers baseball on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've been telling you for a while now how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and I love making new memories enjoying it with my family today. Looking for an easy win for lunch or dinner? Pizza Hut's My Hut Box lets you choose your entree. A personal pan pizza, a melt, or now, wings. Boneless or traditional wings start at just $6.99. One box, tons of options, all day, every day. Order on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times, and remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Voice of Wisconsin men's basketball Matt LePay talking Badgers hoops on Wilde Tausch. Regarding success both this season and beyond, LePay connecting Bucky to another team who thrives in a similar fashion.
They remind me of the Brewers. They're not going to be dollar for dollar with, the college basketball blue bloods, but they do a great job of evaluating the talent, the fit in the locker room, the ability to, or the willingness to be coached.
Full interview on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
Wilde Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Before we get to trivia, a little clarification from our guy, Rob Vogel, who one year for my birthday gave me this book, The Boys of Winter. I don't remember if this pool play thing was addressed in there. It's been a long time. It was a lot of birthdays ago that he gave that to me, but I do still have it on my shelf, and I did read it when he gave it to me. But apparently, just for clarification for those, because Rob is Mr. Hockey, there was pool play in 1980 to advance to the medal round for the final 4 teams. However, no semi and finals games. Rather, the 2 teams from the one pool played the 2 teams from the other pool. So it was round robin in that as well. And the points from the previous pool carried forward. So the Russians had 2 points already going into the medal round. So that's how they would have ended up winning the gold if the U.S. had lost to Finland. I think we can all agree they've improved the bracketology of Olympic hockey since 1980.
Well, and they also made, these quarterfinals are a bear because you lose, you're done.
Yeah.
U.S. almost lost. Canada almost lost. And I think all of us wanted, at least in North America, wanted Canada, U.S. So, yeah, I get it. There's always different ways to do it, but the way they did it in the 1980s was really dumb. But luckily, nobody cares, and nobody even knows about it because nobody talks about. I think that's one of those things where people are like, just don't leave that part out because I don't want people saying how dumb it was. Let's let the story be the story.
Indeed.
And don't bring any of that up. Okay? And for me, I'll say yes. I'm glad you brought it up because I would have never known. And I wish I had never known because it's really stupid.
I wish you had never lied about your love of Peacock. Let's play trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
Wilde Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance, and proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com. And by Cousin Subs. It's lobster season at Cousin Subs. Their lobster salad sub is fresh, flavorful, and only here for a limited time. Try it today.
This name looks familiar to me. Didn't Jeff in Janesville play last week?
He did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's welcome him in again. Jeff, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, old T, Joe, Insider. How's it going today?
Yeah. And the triumvirate right there.
We don't have to do that anymore.
Go back, Insider. Got to get under Jason's skin a little bit.
Yeah.
The Insider.
Insider's getting itchy, I think.
Jaybird. All right, here we go. Question 1, Jeff. 15,511 fans, a Kohl Center record for a hockey game, attended the Wisconsin men's hockey game on Saturday night against which Big Ten opponent, which was ranked 2nd in the country? Was it Michigan, Ohio State, or not Iowa, but we beat their sorry Bulaga butts in basketball on Sunday? Technically, that would be correct.
I love the dig at Iowa, but Ohio State.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. Based on the way this is written, you could have gotten this right if you said Michigan, which is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Or if you would have said not Iowa, but we beat their sorry Bulaga butts in basketball on Sunday, that would also be acceptable because that is true. They did not play Iowa in hockey, and they did beat them on Sunday in basketball.
Did we change the rules now?
Apparently
there
so.
are now going to be 2 correct answers out of 3?
It's round robin play. And now the Russians get to answer question 2.
So actually, that means Jeff in Janesville had a rare opportunity where there were 2 correct answers and he got it wrong, which makes him
still got it wrong.
Potentially, because he hasn't gotten one right yet, the all-time worst trivia contestant in Wilde Tausch history.
So you're saying he could do the rare thing and get 4 wrong answers when there's only 3 questions?
Correct.
That doesn't happen often.
Yeah,
that's true.
Jeff, I think you have to try and get these next 2 wrong. I do, to set a record.
All right.
All right, continue.
You know, we could try that. That would make Jason happy.
I'm not bothered
nothing
enough.
makes Jason happy.
I'm
Jason's
not bothered enough to root against you, but I do root for history. Would that mean we would deduct his one entry for calling?
Yeah, he actually owes us an entry.
He would get no chips in the helmet. Yeah.
he has to bring a chip in to give to somebody else.
All right, Jeff.
That would be rare.
Question 2, opportunity to totally redeem yourself would be this. The Milwaukee Bucks started a stretch of 2.5 weeks of all home games, except for that one road game at Chicago, with a loss on Sunday afternoon against which team in playoff contention in the Eastern Conference? So who beat the Bucks on Sunday afternoon at Fiserv Forum?
Well,
was it the
Raptors? But I want to say something else just to make old T happy on this one.
Too late. You said the right answer.
Yeah, you got it right. Good job. No, we want to win. We always play to win, Jeff.
Play to win. Yep. All right, question 3, Jeff, now that you're on a roll. Number 1 Michigan and number 3 Duke played a non-traditional late-season non-conference basketball game on Saturday night at which of these neutral site locations? I was confused by this because I read the game story and it had a date line that I was not expecting. All right, so Duke and Michigan played where? New York City, Washington, D.C., or Indianapolis?
I have no clue. And these questions are way easier than Joe did last week. So we will go with New York.
The city's so nice they named it twice.
I think it was the district.
It was in the district of Columbia, indeed. So why'd they play in Washington, D.C.?
And how did they know that all these teams are going to be so good?
Midpoint.
Interesting. Yeah, it's not the midpoint.
I don't think
it's
the midpoint.
If you're drawing a little, let's find the biggest city in kind of between Ann Arbor and Chapel.
You got to find a city that, and that's how you end up playing at DC. Is you got the.
Okay, that's 2. I don't know how many we're going to allot you because that's 2 in the first hour.
Pretty good.
We'll hold you in contempt.
Your imitation of Frank Caliendo imitating John Madden is like a little too far removed from John Madden for many of our likings. But we if I keep doing it, hey.
Not a bad pirate though.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, you only got 1 right. And that first question still incredible.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Then he got 3 wrong.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah,
you got two entries. The insider will not pull any strings for you, but we're happy that you got 1 right. Thanks, buddy.
Love you guys.
I love you guys.
That is Wilde Tausch Trivia. We are way late for not having had any guests or any real excuses for being so. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. 24th ranked Wisconsin men's basketball back on the right side of a victory yesterday, 84-71 over the Iowa Hawkeyes at the Kohl Center. Badgers were led by Nick Boyd, who finished 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, 27 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds for Boyd. Nolan Winter with 18 points. Austin Rapp with 14 as part of the Badgers' victory. Wisconsin hits the road this week. Couple of West Coast games. Wednesday night at Oregon. That's a 10 p.m. tip time on Wednesday night for Wisconsin and Oregon Central Time. Then at Washington on Saturday afternoon. Wisconsin women fall 80-60 on the road against second-ranked UCLA yesterday afternoon. Wisconsin now 2 games under 500 on the season. Milwaukee Bucks starting a 2.5-week homestand, except for one game in Chicago. They fall 122-94 to the Toronto Raptors to begin that homestand yesterday. Back in action tomorrow night, hosting the Miami Heat. Tip time set for 7 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch begins now. Better late than never. I think we covered the Olympics pretty effectively there, at least the hockey portion of it. Obviously, the American women also winning in overtime.
Yep.
Was that on? What was that, Thursday?
Silver shines brighter, or whatever they
That's
say.
what I've heard. Anything else about the Olympics before we put a bow on it? We watched the closing ceremonies yesterday. Those are always weird. A lot of weird imagery and stuff.
I have a ceremonies take. Can I share my ceremonies take?
Well, if it's not as bad as the yesterday's win, should be above or in the same conversation as the Miracle on Ice, sure. But you're getting killed in the YouTube comments.
Well, that's number one.
When is Pablo's? This is going to be a new rite of passage. When is Pablo's birthday?
Late May. I don't know the exact date. Sometime in late May.
Every year at late May, I don't know if Pablo's throwing another party or not. You need to have something that you have a conversation about it every year at Pablo's. Because hopefully this ain't it.
This one is the win over Canada better than the Miracle on Ice.
This one is worse than you trying to fire Pat Murphy last year. All right, go
I agree. Now he's got an extension. I don't think we need to do the ceremonies the way that it doesn't need to be all artsy and this big theatrical production anymore. Just make it like a Super Bowl halftime show. Just bring out a music artist, and do a concert and let all the athletes come out and have fun and party and move on to the next thing. We don't need to do 2.5 hours of some guy running around and all these opera ghosts of the past all coming together.
So non-cultured. Get some culture.
The France
guy's got season tickets.
We got the
to the Overture Center, and he's belly aching about this.
He quit that. It was too cultured for him. He needed somebody shotgunning beers and doing beer bongs. That's what Jesse was looking for.
3-story beer bongs.
In France for the Summer Games a couple of years ago, we could have just had Celine Dion at the top of the Eiffel Tower singing to the whole city, and everyone would have been happy. Do the little parade where everybody comes in. That's fun. And that's it.
I don't think... Is Celine Dion doing all right? I thought there was something going on with Celine.
2 years ago, her big comeback thing.
She rallied.
Okay. Yeah, and she performed to open the Olympics.
And so we had Paris for the summer, and now they're going back to France in 2030 for the winter. It's a pretty good run for France.
And Beijing did the same thing. Tokyo, I think, has done
You want a
similar.
hot take? I'm going to tell you what the hot take is.
Ooh, I love a good hot take.
You only have 4 spots for the Olympics. We don't need to keep building all these big blanket facilities. Every 12 years you host, just like the Super Bowl. But if you want to do it in the U.S. for one of those 12, great. You want to do it over, obviously Athens needs to, as the origination.
It's like the Rose Bowl. Yeah.
And then you have to have a Japan or a China. You have some Asian presence. Boom. And then do this. Boom. Oh, yeah, that's how Olympics. You go ahead, you get 4 years there, and you do this so you don't have to build this, and then you go back to it, and you go back to it again. It's a successful thing, and that's how the Olympics go.
So you want to do Tokyo, Athens, London,
US.
and L.A. Those are the 4.
You can't do. How are you going to do the Winter Olympics
It's up
in
to
LA?
the IOC to figure all that out. But I'm not interested.
Well, you can't You can't propose this idea and then when it gets challenged just a little bit, say, "Well, it's up to the IOC."
I'm telling you,
no, Jesse
you just go for it. You figure out which 4. I can't do everything. I can't. And I'll get into it. I told you 2 that have to be in play. 3 of the 4 are set. It has to be Greece. Greece has to be the origin. That's where it started.
They don't have snow in Athens. They only did the summer
the
Olympics.
U.S. And then once you have a summer, you don't get to host winter. So the U.S. is going to host summer. We don't get winter. That's how it's going to be.
Ever?
Nope.
So Salt Lake and L.A. have to battle for whether we get a summer or a winter, and the other gets nothing forever.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. Yep.
All right, we're going to move forward. I'm going to tell you about Grubelofsis, and we're going to move forward here because...
Oh, you don't like my Olympics
My take was way better.
No, I generally enjoy your takes.
Yeah, let's build these big facilities, and then what happens? Inside Sports always does a big deal on them. They end up being like a big cesspool. Like nothing ever ends up happening.
Like
weeds growing over
abandoned.
them.
They're basically the sporting equivalent of abandoned shopping malls. Yes, a lot of times. Very fair point.
By the way, I hadn't been to a shopping mall in years. I don't need.
Did you go with Caliendo?
No, we went over to a restaurant in a busy mall.
You know, here's Piercing Pagoda. Boom.
Here's Foot Locker. Boom.
It's a mess. Why? I mean, God bless you if you love going to malls. I am out on out. I didn't ever plan.
What's a mess about the mall?
It's a madhouse. It's an hour-and-a-half wait to sit down to eat. I'm out.
What time was it? Was it like 5 o'clock on a Saturday? And
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
It's lunchtime.
That sucked. Yeah, I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm not saying how everybody else feels. Me. Old T.
Well, if you watched the Badgers game yesterday, you saw the Badgers make a bunch of free throws, and every time they did, Grubelofs has made a donation to the UW Carbone Cancer Center from the charity stripe.
Boyd was good yesterday.
Okay. We can talk about him a little bit later.
Real good.
He's a very good player.
Best player on the court.
Rebound shy of a triple-double.
Best player on the court. Yep.
And he made some free throws, which, of course, benefits the UW Carbone Cancer Center, courtesy of Gruber offices. That's one of the many, many examples of things that they do in our communities. But most importantly, if you've been injured, they win your case, so you get what you deserve. So hopefully you never have to make the call, but if you do, make sure you make it. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Gruber offices. One call, that's all. If you come here for Packers conversation at 10:25 in the morning, you will finally receive it. Next, it's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
At Hard Rock Casino Rockford, the unforgettable experience goes far beyond the casino floor with the luxury of their dining and entertainment. Savor prime cuts and fresh seafood at Council Oaks Steak and Seafood, or explore 7 unique dining venues that deliver flavors from around the world. Then let the night ignite at Hard Rock Live, where the world's greatest acts take the stage. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
At Chalmers Jewelers, we pride ourselves on offering a wide selection of stunning lab-created diamonds in all shapes and sizes.
Whether you're looking for a classic round, an elegant oval, or trendy emerald cut,
we have the perfect diamond for you.
Always in stock and ready for you to take home today.
Our lab-created diamonds offer all the beauty and brilliance of mine diamonds.
Sustainable and more affordable at Chalmers Jewelers.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
This loss is as painful to Packer fans as you can ever imagine.
A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip. Available in Apple and Android app stores.
I have no evidence behind that whatsoever. It's just a feeling I have, and that might just be because I'm scared of this rivalry in the playoffs.
Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
Big news from Carbless, a fan favorite and one of my favorites. Blood Orange flavor is now its own dedicated 4-pack, crafted with real spirits for a true cocktail taste. Blood Orange brings bold, citrus-forward flavor with a smooth, premium finish. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Now it's even easier to stock up on the flavor everyone keeps asking for. Look for Carbless Blood Orange 4-pack at your local retailer now. Once you try it, you'll understand why Blood Orange has earned its own pack. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find it near you at drinkcarbless.com.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble.
Support your school's athletic programs. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game. In 6 minutes. No more? No less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde Tausch and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I didn't lie, because we are going to talk about the Packers and we're going to go through their free agents, because we haven't done that yet, to my knowledge, since the season ended. We've talked about a number of them. But I do have one thing for Peacock subscriber Sarah Tauscher, who is also a member, I believe now. I don't know if it's Max that's doing it with her or Eleanor, but a member of the sourdough bread cult that I have members of as well in my family. Yeah. They made a s'mores sourdough bread.
Okay.
It is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
And I've had to not only eat a lot of bread, but also eat my words when I was making fun of them for joining this cult, because they're really good at it. And so just a recommendation for those of you that are in the sourdough realm. The s'mores recipe turned out extremely well. We will see how free agency turns out, as the Packers have 9 unrestricted free agents, 8 restricted free agents, and 4 exclusive rights free agents, which is such a nonsensical category because they're not really free agents unless the Packers just renounce their rights to them, which is weird to me. Be that as it may, I was curious, old boy, if you had any interest, and then we'll talk about the more interesting storylines coming up, if you would like to do a simple game of Yerp or Nerp about each player returning to the Green Bay Packers
Absolutely.
or not.
Yeah,
Jesse,
totally
do you have
would
any
love to do that.
royalty-free music that might serve as a quality bed for this game?
I did just take a phone call off the air for a fan wondering what our Sabrina Carpenter knockoff music is, and so I'll have to share that
There's
information.
no accounting
with him.
for taste. I respect it.
But in the meantime, this one's pretty good too.
Not as good as knockoff Sabrina. All right, first, your 9 unrestricted Green Bay Packers free agents. Yerp, they will be back with the Packers. Nerp, they will not. Jesse, are you going to play too?
Sure.
Okay.
Yerp.
No, it's Yerp or Nerp.
Sorry,
It's not
sorry. Yerp. I'm in.
We're playing a game of Yerp and Nerp and Nerp, and then you go Nerp here, and you go Yerp there, and then you go Nerp, and we got Jesse. Jesse said, sure. It's not sure, Ner. It's Yerp or Nerp.
How good was Caliendo? Because you're loving it, and every time I've seen him probably 10 times maybe live. He's always great. Always
his
great.
Stuff, his Gruden, he went to the Gruden well a lot. Like, him and Gruden are boys. And, yeah, his stuff was, he did a fantastic set, man. It was great.
All right, Yerp or Nerp?
Although, I'm going to tell you this.
Oh, boy.
He didn't know what a fish fry was.
That can't be true.
You know, our friends at Buck and Honey's, Tommy and Laura and the great team, they gave this great auction item off, right, at the event. And he's talking, and I think what happened, he's going through all these voices. And he was thinking French fry in a fish form. And it just blew his mind. And then the MC of the event was like, you're from Wisconsin. You don't know what a fish fry is? Like, it was absurd.
Yeah,
Frank, no, he didn't know. And then I think he came back around and I think he figured it out. But in that moment, it was like astounding to watch. So.
Which voice did he do?
The guy lives in Waukesha. He's in Waukesha. That's not going to be a good one, but he didn't know what
it was. Not a good one. No, definitely wasn't.
I stopped.
Nerp.
Here's a guy who didn't get the John Madden voice.
Now that was good. Malik Willis. That's a universal nerp. I gotta think.
Nerp.
All right. Rashid
We should want. Can we not expand on it? What do you just? Rapid fire, or what are we doing?
Sorry, Rich Eisen.
All right,
Please.
Nerp.
No,
Nerp.
No, expand upon.
I don't
Malik
understand,
Willis.
and I saw there's some. I mean, listen, man, there's a ton of Packer Twitter accounts, and you can go down some rabbit holes that I think are dumb, and then I think there's some real poignant stuff that makes you think. So you take the good with the
Insiders.
bad, and that's the facts of life on Packer Twitter. You take the good, you take the bad, and then you take the good, and then you take the bad, and you try to figure out what's good, what's bad, what's not, what's up, and you do. And you play Yerp or Nerp, and then Jesse does a sure or Ner. Nerp, we should be looking at this saying, thank you, Malik.
Yeah.
I am not remotely thinking anything but thank you, too. You're going to get us a third-round pick. You won us a bunch of games. You were a viable backup and did everything as a teammate we could have ever dreamt about. Go chase your dreams. Go get your money and go win some football games. Arian, anybody that is thinking anything outside of that from a Packer fan standpoint, I can't get on board with you. Because
Are
what
there
he
people
did,
thinking something different?
There was some people, and again, I'm not going to broad brush it, but we should keep him and get rid of Jordan. That's just absurd.
What?
But all I look at this as, and I say, well, what do you act like that's some shocking thing? You know that there's some people. It's fringy.
We took those calls
but it's
several
fringy
times
nonetheless.
this season.
Right, but not now that we've reached free agency.
Anyways, what I'm saying is, thank you, too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Your story as a backup quarterback, while it's not as good as the 1980 Miracle team, I would argue it's a pretty good story on the par of what we saw yesterday. It's a great story.
Jesse would disagree. So
not miraculous. Not
can
miraculous, but a great story nonetheless.
All right, because this doesn't make any sense to play this game to its end. I mean, because Christian Welch and Nick Neiman are not going to move the needle there among the other unrestricted free agents. If I may go down the rabbit hole now because I was so dismissive, and I'm curious, the people who would be advocating for this would be trade Jordan Love, get out from under his contract, have a less expensive starting quarterback, and then you have more money to spend on other spots, a la the Seattle Seahawks who won the Super Bowl, paying $20 million a year less to Sam Darnold?
It could be twofold. No, I don't think there's a ton. I mean, there's obviously going to be some people that feel that way. It's pretty small, fringy. What I think there are some people thinking, if the demand is as high, because the reports were late last week that he could get up to $30 million a year, which is that's a big number.
That's a big number.
Tag him, and you could get a first or second round pick rather than the compensatory third. I think that was more of the thought. But Green Bay cannot roll the dice.
You also have
to
have
sit there with a $30 million quarterback. That's what I was trying to say. So that's not going to happen.
Okay. So he's a NERP. Let's do one more, and then we'll do a few more after the break. How's that sound? How's that grab you there, NERPy?
Yeah, sounds great.
Next, Rasheed Walker, the starting left tackle, started 50 games during his time in Green Bay. Plus a couple, actually 52, including playoff games. Yerp or NERP, Rasheed Walker, a Green Bay Packer in 2026.
No, you know what, Sheeto, kind of the same thing, man.
Thank you, Sheeto.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. You're going to get us a third or fourth round comp pick, too. You played some really good ball for us at left tackle. You've held that spot down as a seventh round pick. Kudos to you. But if I'm being honest, I think Green Bay thinks that they can be better. And they're appreciative of what Sheeto did.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they want to move in a different direction. And they're going to be more than happy for Sheeto, as they should, because he did everything you asked as a Green Bay Packer. And I think from a fan standpoint, we should applaud that. I don't think we applaud that enough, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree.
There's times, there's games, guys, he didn't have a great playoff game. He played a lot of good football for us and held a spot down that's very difficult. Did it in a nice way. I thought he was a really good, solid player. And now the time has come for you, young man, to fly out of the Green Bay Packers nest. We decided that we don't want you in the nest anymore, but we want you to fly successfully, and we want you to go soar as much as you can, and by the way, get paid as much as you can so that you bring us back a big boy pick. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, he's a NERP. And is it smart that he's a NERP? I don't know what his market number is going to look like, but it's definitely more than the Packers want to pay. Jesse, sure or unsure?
I mean, I'd love to bring him back because of what he can do. An offensive line is
predict undefeated seasons.
Yeah, good for content, but NERP, he will not be back. But like Tausch said, thanks for what you did. Hope it works out.
Let's do one more. Speaking of someone that they seem to always want to replace, Sean Ryan. Yerp or NERP?
Yerp. Absolutely. You have so much uncertainty, and I don't think he is going to be a big buster from a salary standpoint.
Okay.
He's going to play for you. I think he played some good ball. I don't know exactly. Now, there's a lot more to the story. I am not in those rooms. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. And the fact that they kept wanting to replace him is troubling to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the first one to tell you that. But I can only go off of what I watch. He plays hard. He is accountable.
Mm-hmm.
When they called him out a couple years ago about not being in shape, he was accountable. He could have said blank off. He keeps fighting. He gets off the mat.
Yeah.
They have tried to TKO and roundhouse him numerous times. He keeps bouncing up.
Spinksy.
There's something to be said for that. While you don't know, I don't want to pay him Linderbaum money or Elton Jenkins money or any of the, I'm not interested in paying. If he gets a big boy deal somewhere else, appreciate you.
Sure.
Thank you, 7-5. But if not, you have uncertainty everywhere. he would be your own free agent. He would not go into the comp pick because I'm telling you right now, comp pick valuation. I hope whoever's down at the combine that gets a chance to talk to Goody, I would hope someone will ask him about how his process goes with who he's losing and who he's bringing back and how that's going to approach his directive on free agency and going and getting somebody, because it is going to matter. And if you're not going to delve into the free agency pool because you want these comp picks, you're going to get 3 really high comp picks with Dobbs, with Ryan, with Shido, and with Malik.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to mess with that equation. That is going to be a storyline that I guarantee you they've talked about and are trying to maneuver. Now, if there's a corner or a center or somebody that they love and want to go get, go do it. But Sean Ryan could bridge that again. He knows the system. I think he would be someone I definitely would yerp to get back.
I think he's a NERP. I think he's going to find a market that is going to be more. I think the point of them constantly trying to replace him, they're just going to move on from him as well. I don't know if it's the right decision, but I think that will be the case. By the way, again, if you are thinking like Tausch, which I know many of you are, the NFL distributes a minimum of 32 compensatory picks each year. No team can receive more than 4. The maximum number allowed is 4.
We'll have 4.
And they should have 4 in 2027. Anywhere between the 3rd through the 7th round are the options. Jesse, are you a yerp or a nerp? Before Tausch tells us how much he's yerping about Pickler.
I'm a nerp, and here's why. I was doing some reading over the weekend.
Oh.
ESPN's Ben Solak. He's one of the NFL writers over there. And
does he write as long stories as Barnwell does?
It's a pretty long one. Gotta admit, it's a pretty long one. He ranked the positions best to address this offseason, whether by free agency or in the draft. Ranked them by position. So edge rusher was number 1. Interior offensive line was ranked number 2. So between free agency and getting an experienced player, or even though it's not a first-round pick, being able to bring somebody in with some depth at interior offensive line in this draft, I think Goody will look at that and say we can do better than Sean Ryan to try and win a Super Bowl.
Okay, good answer. Look at you doing reading. And you read channel3000.com, and we appreciate that as well. You can read more about all of the free agents. We're going to do 3 more unrestricted guys, and then we're going to zip through the others on the list after Tausch tells us about all the cool stuff the Pickler's got going on.
Indeed, and it's cold and miserable again. But I'll tell you what, it's always frustrating. You get that warm weather up to 60s, and you start getting into it a little bit, and then walking around the Kohl Center yesterday, it's like, boy, it's just cold and chilly. Well, you want to go play some pickleball and it not be cold and chilly? The Pickler. Menominee Falls, right off Appleton Avenue, indoor pickleball spot. Weather, no excuse. Wind, cold, that, none of it. Built for everybody. Beginners, former athletes, anyone that just wants to move a little bit more. And they're offering free to learn to play clinics every Monday and Saturday at noon. So you got about an hour, 15 minutes if you're down in the Menominee Falls area. Get on over there. No experience, no gear. They're going to teach you everything you're looking for. You're going to get a workout. You're going to meet people. And I tell you all the time, you're going to end up forming a community, and this is something you're going to do. You're going to try to do it every day. Every day you're free, you're going to go in there because it's so welcoming. That's the beautiful part about the Pickler. And they've got a West Allis location coming up soon as well to add to that community. Stop in to the Pickler in Menominee Falls or contact the club directly online at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com.
Some more of your free agents next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know, I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and now I love making new memories enjoying it with my family today. For a limited time, Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker Pizza is just $10. An extra-large pizza with 6 huge foldable slices and bold New York-style flavor. Big size, big value, and just $10. Order right now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times. For a limited time, order a Big New Yorker Pizza for just $10. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Do you think Dad's got good Instagram game?
No.
Instagram game. Oh my God.
I don't know. Are you embarrassed by me?
Sometimes.
What's the most embarrassing thing your dad has ever done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Existing.
Savage.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
If you're looking for something fun to do this spring, come join us Saturday, May 16th for Mark Osiki's 8th annual Casting for Kids Fishing Tournament to benefit the American Family Children's Hospital and UW Carbone Cancer Center. We've raised $1 million for the kids so far. The event is a blast. We fish the Madison chain of lakes before live and silent auctions at the Alliant Energy Center. All kinds of sports memorabilia, guided trips, and a chance to win an Alumacraft fishing boat. So come join us on May 16th. Sign up today at castingforkids.org.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
I worried that I couldn't work a full-time job and still have time for college. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found my stride. My classes are flexible and hands-on, and I walk on campus feeling inspired. My advice to others? Make your dreams a reality. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
We're on the Badgers.
I think unequivocally the Badgers are a Final Four caliber team.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When the Badgers are playing at their best, no one in the country can beat them.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
Commercial break, the NFL.com, put out their list of 101 best free agents. There are 6 Packers on it.
Yeah.
And we're going to finish off with the last 3 that we didn't do already from our list at channel3000.com. The players that are not on the list from the NFL that are unrestricted free agents of the Packers: tight end John Fitzpatrick, coming off that torn Achilles; linebacker Christian Welch, the Wisconsin native who played at Iowa; and Nick Neiman, who also played at Iowa. Both those guys were special teams contributors, but those are the 3 that we are not going to discuss among the unrestricted free agents. We'll tell you who the restricted guys are in a moment. But let's finish off our list here, old boy, with the number 28 rated free agent, according to NFL.com, Romeo Doubs. Yerp or nerp to be a Packer in 2026?
Big nerp for me. And, again, kind of a similar sentiment. Appreciate you. Great. I thought for where he was at and what, he battled back. Obviously, he had the rough stretch where he, missed some time. And I know that's been well documented. But he has been steady Eddie, he played with Rodgers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he there with Rodgers?
2022 as a rookie, yes, sir.
And he had a couple moments there. And then obviously he has been a go-to guy for Jordan Love. And he's steady and he makes plays, and I think he's a good player. But the deal is, and this is where Goody looks at things and says, do I want to commit? And am I going to get everything that I'm looking for, or do I think I can better utilize the resources in other players that are younger that are going to get these opportunities? Because one thing we've seen, and it's always funny to me to kind of hear people talk about this, is you don't want to stunt growth. Well, if it's Jerry Rice, you're going to stunt growth of young players.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Romeo Doubs, you're not. And they got Matthew Golden, they got Christian Watson, they got Jaden Reed. I think we've noticed that is the road they want to go down. Now, things can get goofy, and maybe Romeo is he's comfortable, and maybe he'll get an offer, and he won't get the big boy offers, and maybe he'll put the Green Bay Packers in a spot where they're going to, almost have to bring him back because that's what the market dictates.
Be a good bargain, right.
I would think that if I'm Romeo, I want to go, and I think it's time for him to spread his wings a little bit and see where he's at. Make that money. Packers look at it. Bring me back them picks. And let's see how it all shakes itself up. But Romeo, again, man, I appreciate how he bounced back. That was a tough deal. And I know I was very critical of how that played out because it was unprecedented. I'd never seen it. And he's bounced back, and I thought came back, brought a lot of he was steady. He was someone that I think when push came to shove, Jordan Love looked to and went
Trusted.
to when the money was on the table. That will be very difficult to replace, but I do think I think the ceiling on these other wideouts are higher, whereas Romeo, where Romeo's at. Romeo is Romeo. Bill is Bill. Bob is Bob. And Romeo is Romeo. That's how this is going to go. There you go. Bob is Bob. Thank you, George. And I think Romeo is going to go and try to get something somewhere else.
Romeo, a career-high 724 receiving yards this past season. So he's never had a 1,000-yard season. I don't know how the rest of the league views him, but steady is a really good word to use for him. That was very well done. All right, last two for the unrestricteds. And then I want to do not a yerp or nerp game, but of the other players that are restricted or exclusive rights, the one guy you really want them to make sure they have back. We'll do that coming up.
All right.
Quay Walker, yerp or nerp?
This one is maybe going to surprise you.
Oh, really?
I don't know what his market will be. I think Miami is going to go after him because I think Halfley likes him a lot. You drafted him to be a big-time impact player, and he has had an impact. Has it been to the degree they hoped? Probably not.
Right.
He had some really tough growing pains, maturity-wise, early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's grown a lot.
I agree.
He's heading into his elevator years.
He is.
I love the way he's on the field all the time.
Captain.
I think he's a really good football player. And I just think, again, money will be the determining factor. The Packers want him back. You broke this news last fall.
Insider.
That he had an offer.
Insider. Yeah. Said it on the record. He did.
Jeff in Janesville, he's an insider.
Yeah.
The contract, the numbers weren't where Quay and his team wanted, and I respect that.
Uh-huh.
Is it going to be a lot higher? Is there going to be a high demand for him? If there is, NERP. If it's fair market value, I don't think you want to get in the position as a Green Bay Packer front office where you're drafting a guy in a first round, he's developing, and you let him leave, and he's a leader. We saw this with the Giants, and I am not going to compare him to X. I think Xavier's a better player at his position than Quay is.
Sure.
But this is what you have to be disciplined. When you're going to pay Micah and you're going to pay Jordan, you have to even be more disciplined than other teams. So I respect Russ and Goody's discipline on this. They're not going a certain way. But the question was, do I want him back? Not is he going to be
correct.
Back?
Agreed. Yep.
The answer to me is Europe because he's heading into his 5th year. Right? Or
yes.
6th year. No, 5th year.
No, 5th year. He did not get the 5th year option. Yeah.
He is a really good football player. I don't want to get in the business of just saying, Deuces be to my first-round picks that develop and play.
Yeah.
But I do think if you're asking me if he will be back, the answer is going to be NERP. Do I want him back along with Edgerrin Cooper? Absa-blanken-yerply, I do.
That was good. That was well played. I agree with every word you said there. I think they should bring him back. I don't think they're going to. By the way, if he does depart, and if they cut ties with Rashawn Gary, that means of the Goody first-round picks, Jair, gone. Rashawn Gary, gone. Darnell Savage, gone. Jordan Love, still with the team. Eric Stokes, gone. Quay Walker, gone. Devontae Wyatt playing on the 5th-year option. And then, obviously, Lucas Van Ness, who I don't think will get the 5th-year option before the May deadline. Jordan Morgan and Matthew Golden are the other first-round picks. All right, last one here as we close up shop on this and put a bow on this, and then we'll do the other ones. Kingsley Enagbare. He's a yerp for me.
Yeah, he's a definite yerper. I don't think it'll be overly expensive. Maybe I'll be wrong on that, but the guy just goes, you know what you're going to get, man. He plays hard.
Yeah.
He plays like a hungry guy that wants to eat. That's what he plays like. And he's shown some ability, a little wiggle to get to the quarterback. I think he'll get better and better as he gets more reps. And by the way, he'll get better and better if he's playing oppo of number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I want him back. And I don't think it's going to be some expensive deal. Again, are you going to have enough guys? You're going to draft an edge guy, especially if you get rid of Rashawn. You're going to bring somebody in you want, and I love that. But I'm not interested in a ton of, we need these guys to be key contributors. This is no longer this is fun. Let's just keep growing together, and maybe if we keep working, in 2 or 3 years we'll win a championship. The days are over, man. The days of building like how the the Bulls did it in the 90s, and we got to pay our dues. No. They're memberships only now. You get in the club. There ain't no longer. You're done with the dues paying. You have your card. Go in the dang club and go win it. You don't need to go through all the other stuff. There's no longer all of this build. But no.
Yeah, you're
House
right.
is there. Let's go. It's time.
All right, so those are the unrestricted free agents. We'll zip through the restricteds and the exclusive rights free agents with one question. Which one player out of that list of 12 do you absolutely want back? Maybe none will be your answer. We'll do that after Tausch tells us about Dr. J and the next webinar he's got planned with the good people over at Annex Wealth Management.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's the big. We're 2 months into the year. You got taxes coming up. I just want to learn more. How can I make my money work more for me, and how can I save as much as I can? And that's the great team at Annex helps you with. You know what a catch-up contribution is? Well, I know some of you do. Some of you might think I just started talking about condiments, kraut, mustard, cat soup. No. Ketchup.
Cat
Basically a way for people over 50 to I'm almost 50. Somebody was talking about getting an ARP card, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm a lot close. Hey, guys, you look back and go, he's 36 years old, he's not doing this. And then 15 years go by, you're almost 50. You want to exceed your limits on that retirement savings. Well, the rules for catch-up contributions have changed in 2026. So if you're planning on using that strategy, make sure that you're caught up. No surprise, the people at Annex Wealth Management are the experts. We always talk about experts. Have experts. Well, Annex Wealth Management has the expert. What all of this means for you and your family's portfolio. If you want to make sure you're still on target with your future plans, visit annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button. Too much Madden today? You guys too much Madden or not?
Not enough.
Not enough accurate Madden, maybe. But no, I think it's been a good amount. Yeah, it's actually, I'll give you this. I would like to criticize you. But it's actually not, it's not bad. It's not, like, it's certainly not John Madden, nor is it Caliendo doing John Madden. But if, like, I went to a comedy club and Caliendo had to cancel, he got snowed in Newark, and you got up there and did your Madden, I would say, you know what? Don't charge me the 2-drink minimum, but I'm okay that I paid a cover charge. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
When's the last time you went to a comedy club?
Well, last time I saw Caliendo, I don't know, it was a couple years ago.
Huh.
He was in, like, 2023, maybe? Yeah. I like comedy. I mean, I don't know how much you get on our show.
We should go sometime. It'll be fun.
Comedy sports? You ever been to comedy sports? We will go through our restricted and exclusive rights misnomer free agents as we wrap up the 10 o'clock hour next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up on Monday, we react to the Winter Olympics gold medal hockey game and weigh in on the latest from the NFL offseason as the NFL scouting combine gets set to kick off. That's on Monday's Rich Eisen Show on Disney+, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy-to-use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Shop Steinhoffels President's Day Extended Sale and save at least 10% store-wide. Plus, test rest a Beauty Rest Black for a chance to win a trip to Hawaii, only at Steinhoffels. Remaining in the mix, voice of Wisconsin men's basketball Matt LePay talking Badgers hoops on Wilde Tausch. Regarding success both this season and beyond, LePay connecting Bucky to another team who thrives in a similar fashion.
They remind me of the Brewers. They're not going to be dollar for dollar with, the college basketball blue bloods, but they do a great job of evaluating talent, the fit in the locker room, the ability to, or the willingness to be coached.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Love at First Drive. Experience it this February at Audi Madison. Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European and what Audi can offer you. 2.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. Offers only available until March 2nd. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6 and follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions presented by Siding Unlimited, your local window installation pros.
Every act of change begins with a neighbor. When neighbors connect through the Feeding America network, small actions ripple into lasting impact. Feeding America, led by neighbors. Take action to end hunger now at feedingamerica.org.
Pro Volleyball lives in Madison. Love Madison, Wisconsin's professional women's volleyball team brings premier talent, elite competition, and non-stop intensity to every match. Featuring world-class athletes and high-energy action from start to finish, this is volleyball at the highest level. See elite professional sports right here in Madison. Purchase tickets today at lovbmad.com/tickets. That's lovbmad.com/tickets.
We're on the Bucks.
If you're a star player, why would you want to go to Milwaukee and get locked in?
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
Only to have it not work out and Giannis decide he wants to bail.
Madison's home of the Bucks. 100.5 ESPN.
Really played catch-up there during the 10 o'clock hour, not to be confused with the catch-up investing you can do with the help of Annex Wealth Management.
No.
At some point you said cat's up, which I thought was...
Cat soup.
Cat soup, yeah.
Relish the opportunity when you do that read.
Here are the 8 restricted free agents. Running back Emmanuel Wilson, running back Chris Brooks, defensive end Brenton Cox, safety Zane Anderson, defensive end Aaron Mosby, 6th offensive lineman and part-time tight end Darian Kennard, tight end Josh Wiley, defensive tackle Jonathan Ford, and then your 4 exclusive rights free agents, cornerback who never actually played cornerback, wide receiver Bo Melton, cornerback Kamal Haddon, offensive lineman Donovan Jennings, and Tausch's favorite left-handed center, Lasitas Smith. Tausch, of those 12 players, is there anyone that you think they really need to bring back?
Yeah, Kennard. I think we should bring Kennard back. That route that he ran with catching that
poor
ball
security.
Sixth lineman out there. He was able to catch that, and then what he was able to do. But in all seriousness,
why did you bail on that? You were off. That was a good.
I didn't like it.
I mean, that was a good.
It wasn't.
That was like a perfect Madden topic. You got an offensive lineman carry the ball.
I gotta have a vibe if I'm going to do it. The vibe wasn't there,
okay.
And I think he's going to provide, especially with Sheeto leaving. We don't know what Jordan Morgan is at left tackle. We don't know. I don't know what Zach Tom's going to be back, when and how, and all that's going to be. And yes, draft guys. Yeah, you're going to need to draft guys. Kennard has proven he can play ball in his league. And do we want him as would I feel comfortable with him as a swing tackle? I'd feel better with him than with nobody. I know that. And I don't think he's going to be overly expensive. He knows your system. I think he's proven that he's been on teams that have won championships. And I think he brings he's somebody that I think you can develop and continue to work with, and has enough of a skill set that you can say, yeah, I feel confident that he can go out and play ball for me. And not everybody is going to be Jonathan Ogden. You need guys that you can count on.
Mm-hmm.
And of all those guys, and especially with where this O-line is, I don't want to just keep saying, well, let's replace. They didn't have a good year. Get rid of everybody. No. Guys do get better. Guys do grow. Guys learn the system, and all of a sudden things click. And just to say, well, you know what, the group didn't play well, the hell with them. Get rid of everybody. A, that's dumb, and B, it's not viable. So while you're going to bring in new bodies and bring more competition in, that's a no-brainer for me. I heard his name, and I said, yep, that's the guy I want back.
The guy I want back is Emmanuel Wilson. I'm not saying that he's Kenneth Walker by any means, but I think if you had to play him as your starting running back, I think he is more than serviceable. Last year, 2024, he nearly averaged 5 yards a carry. This year, he was down to 4 yards a carry, but he's got 998 rushing yards over the past 2 seasons, and he's only carried it like 220 times. Like, he's productive when he gets the opportunity and catch the ball out of the backfield.
I want a home run hitter.
I know you do.
I'm fine bringing it back.
I got
I want
your
someone
guy.
that's going to hit me a home run.
Home run hitter. He just never plays. His name is Marshawn Lloyd. That was why they picked him, and he has not even been in the batter's box enough to hit a lot of home runs. But that's the guy on that list. I'm an Emmanuel believer. All right. Since you're doing imitations today, or at least one, I'm curious if you have in your repertoire as a imitator of famous imitator Frank Caliendo, do you have a Ric Flair in your repertoire?
No. Woo! What, do you just yell woo?
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
Pretty much it, yeah.
Because Jesse sent me this, and we're really excited about this, but I don't know if I can do it justice. And I don't even get the reference because I'm not familiar. I know he's a Wisconsin guy. I know he's a wrestling Hall of Famer. But I don't know. A limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing son of a gun. Woo!
Hey, you got it.
Is that what he says about himself? Is that like his signature phrase?
You've never seen this? You've never seen him do the whole...
I've seen him do woo a lot. I have definitely seen that. Limousine riding.
He does this
jet flying.
Just look it up.
Kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing son of a gun. Wow. I am familiar with Ric Flair's work. I'm not familiar with that sentence. I'm sorry to disappoint you. He is coming to Milwaukee.
I don't think you're familiar with his work at all.
I don't think you can say you're familiar with his work if you don't know that.
I'm familiar. He's a wrestler. He's one of the greatest wrestlers. The pride of Beaver Dam Wayland Academy.
Hey, Jason, listen, here's the deal. We're all excited. I think wrestling fans are super excited. Obviously, Analysis has had great shows, live shows for years now. But don't try and fool everybody into saying you're some huge Ric Flair fan. I don't think you know anything about Ric Flair.
I think you can be familiar with his work without being like a devotee.
If you don't
Jesse,
know
you
the
think
quote,
Jason's a
you
Ric
can't
Flair
say
fan?
you're familiar with his work. It's like the number one thing he's known for.
He's not known for being a great wrestler?
I know 2 things about Ric Flair. Well, I know 3 things. I know. Yeah,
woo
if we're
is what I know.
Okay, I know.
So if you're familiar with his woo, that's not enough.
That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know anything else.
Woo! I know there was a 30 for 30. I know he went to
the
Wayland Academy in Beaver
He picks
Dam.
games on College Game Day. I've seen that.
And he does the whole speech that's written out there for you that you just read off that I don't know it by heart, but that's his thing.
Oh, so are you saying you're familiar with his work?
No, you didn't know any of the inflection points. Like, he is a very demonstrative young man.
No doubt. Not
I
young.
don't think you know hardly anything about... I'm just going to say what I think here. I don't think you know hardly anything about Ric Flair.
Well, I'm not familiar with his...
And if you don't, probably a pretty good idea to go to. If you don't and you want to learn more...
Finalysis Live!
There!
And I don't care if you have to be... I don't care if you have to... You can take a limousine, like he has ridden it.
Oh, my
You can
God.
take a jet
Tell you what,
plane.
I love you're going back on the horse. I love it. You're going to butcher it worse.
You can steal a kiss while you're there, and you can do some wheeling and dealing as well.
I love that you will steal a kiss and wheel and deal.
It's like AI reading the speech.
Could it be more monotone? Ric Flair is going. Oh,
Woo.
Cat soup.
Milwaukee on March 27th at the Riverside Theater. Thanasis Antetokounmpo hosts Thanalysis Live. Woo!
There you go.
There you go. That was good.
Right, I've heard that. I didn't. Never mind. With the WWE Hall of Famer and global icon himself. This isn't a cameo. This isn't a 5-minute interview. This is a full live show. High energy, unfiltered storytelling, behind the scenes moments you've never heard. And if you know Thanasis, you know he's bringing the juice. Woo! The energy, the laughs, the surprises, and when Ric Flair grabs a mic, anything can happen. Tickets are limited, so don't wait. Lock in yours now. Woo!
Oh, good.
Got a few weeks to work on this.
I got to get rid of this cold first.
This is.
Here's the website.
This is tough. This was a tough one. And by the way, Rich Eisen, I think we just found why we're late. This is a 22-minute live read from Jason.
You're debating whether I'm familiar with this work. All right, here's the website.
Because you're not. No, just wait a second. There ain't no debate. There's a debate in your mind. There's no debate in anybody else's.
I knew the woo. TALiveshow.com. Okay? That's the website. That's what you need to know. TALiveshow.com. That's TALiveshow.com. Thanalysis Live, March 27th at the Riverside Theater, presented by Gruber Law Offices and Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Say it with me now. Woo! The 11 o'clock hours.
Wow. I'm going to say wow instead of woo.
Cat soup. The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. Stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hey, this is Jonathan Blackwell of Wisconsin Badgers basketball. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. Woo! I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors. Trusted and local experts providing the best quality roof, siding, windows, and doors. Expertly installed and at an affordable price. Get your free estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com. The Wisconsin Badgers, winners yesterday at the Kohl Center over the Iowa Hawkeyes. 84-71. The Wisconsin men's basketball team gets back on track with the victory. 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. Nick Boyd having a great year. 27 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds to lead Wisconsin yesterday. Nolan Winter with 18. Austin Rapp, 14 points off the bench. West Coast road trip for Wisconsin. Wednesday night at Oregon. 10 p.m. Central Time tip. Good luck to Tausch watching that one Wednesday night. Also Saturday afternoon at Washington. Wisconsin women's basketball team falls to 2 games under 500, losing 80-60 on the road at second-ranked UCLA yesterday afternoon. Milwaukee Bucks starting a big homestand. Fall yesterday, 122-94 to the Toronto Raptors. Bucks back in action tomorrow night, hosting the Miami Heat at Fiserv Forum. Tip time set for 7 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
I'm going to need a little time to recuperate. Am I doing that read every day, Jesse? Because God,
I hope so. Whoa.
We're going to be talking a lot about Thanalysis Live. Whoa. No doubt about it.
I got to get rid of this upper respiratory issue if I'm going to keep doing that.
Wait, you're blaming that read on upper respiratory?
No.
Does it make you forget about Ric Flair's famous mantra?
I definitely did not forget it. I did not know that that's his mantra. I knew Woo. I knew he was a WWE Hall of Famer, and I knew he was from Wisconsin. So if that's not enough for you two knuckleheads to say that I'm familiar with his work, that's fine.
Where in Wisconsin? I'm not sure you knew he was from Wisconsin.
We played.
Where in Wisconsin? Wisconsin was he
when
from?
I was in high school, in our conference, Wayland Academy was in the conference. That's where he went to high school. Was Wayland Academy in Beaver Dam.
Was it Wayland Academy? Or
no,
was it Wayland
no, but
Academy?
I can't. Seriously, I'm out of steam now.
Jesse, that was good. That was good.
And also, Academy is not good.
I'm also being told by someone who is way more familiar with Ric Flair's work.
That's almost everybody on the earth. That would you literally have specified anyone in America would fit that qualification.
Thank you.
The guy says he knows this, and he's talking about this, and he's doing this, and the guy doesn't know anything about the guy, but he knows him.
You got a lot of Farley going on in your Madden.
Per noted wrestling aficionado Wade Bates.
Oh yeah.
Who the voice of Marion Athletics, along with being our teammate in Beaver Dam. Ric Flair actually from Minnesota, but got sent to Wayland Academy because he got in trouble at his high school in Minnesota.
So he's not even from Wisconsin.
Sky, woo, my, am I right?
Okay, so you said he was from Wisconsin. He's from Minnesota.
He went to high school at the Wayland Academy in Beaver Dam.
That's not what Jason said. Jason's always about words mattering. He is. That's
regardless. We are looking forward to Thanalysis.
We are. That part is true.
And I will try and get my voice back so I can deliver an occasional woo.
Let me tell you something. It ain't the voice.
No, I'm aware. I
know you know.
If we like it,
Jason's going to be front row. You being the monster Ric Flair fan, you're definitely going to be front row.
I don't know the calendar right now on that. All I would say is that, and my point being,
as big a fan of Ric Flair as you are, it doesn't matter what the calendar says.
Never said I was a big fan. Said I was familiar with his work.
You adjust the calendar for Ric Flair.
If we are going to tell you about Thanalysis every day. On this program,
at least
I am going to need some sort of a
knowledge point about
just
Ric Flair.
Look up the speech at the bare minimum. Just look up the thing.
We're way past knowing his speech. I'm just explaining that I'm not going to be able to yell woo.
It certainly didn't feel like we were way past it when you were reading it.
I'm not going to deliver as many woos moving forward.
And 7, what is it?
If we lined up 5 former pro wrestlers in a lineup, could you pick out Ric Flair?
Yes, I know what he looks like.
I'm not sure about that.
Now, I don't know who else would we have. Coco Beware, Randy Macho Man Savage, Honky Tonk Man.
Flexing that W. Look at Jason, the wrestler.
Jim
just flexing all that knowledge.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Obviously Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
Sure. Yep. Look at you.
Princess Diaries. Or Princess Bride. Princess Diaries is good, too.
If you're hey, smart aleck.
Hey, they're both
If you're going to zing me.
Who do we got over? Is that Vince McMahon over there? The guy dang near is running the WWE. Knows so much.
Woo!
We'll have more on Ric Flair throughout the week leading up to...
Yeah, when you think Wilde, I'll tell you this. You think covering Packer football and wrestling. That's what you think when you think Wilde. And Ric Flair at the top of that list. Wilde, wrestling, and Packer football.
And when I think of insuring my dreams, I think of American Family Insurance.
Well, you should. We were there at the game yesterday. You could be at the game next year. Badger fans, American Family Insurance wants you and 3 friends to have the game day of your dreams. You can win on-court access before the game. Great seats to cheer on your favorite team. All you got to do is enter the Dream Day sweepstakes now at amfam.com/Badgers. Great day yesterday to beating up on Iowa. You'll be able to pick next year's game when you want to get there. Again, just enter at amfam.com/Badgers. Dream fearlessly, insure carefully.
More Ric Flair talk next. So make sure you cat soup with what you've missed. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. Well, if you're in your car right now or even a little while from now, you may realize that this is the time of the year it's at its dirtiest. Spilled food, liquids, scratches, and of course, all of that salt and winter dirt everywhere. And if your vehicle is in need of some quality care, I highly recommend you check out the detailing service at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. That service is incredible. It will make your vehicle feel as new as the day you first drove it off the lot. The interior detail is that deep clean that you know your car needs. Carpet and upholstery shampooed, leather and vinyl surfaces are dressed, interior windows are cleaned from dash to your doors. Every interior surface gets a thorough cleaning. And maybe, most importantly, your vehicle gets fully deodorized. And the exterior detail is much more than a car wash. It includes getting rid of tar and bugs, a light buffing, a wax, a deep cleaning of the wheels, and more. Learn more and check out their full new and used vehicle inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. The detailing service at Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
We're one step closer to the NCAA being irrelevant. What the NCAA is doing is jeopardizing their model for the entertainment product itself. By having a guy that has already signed a professional contract be able to influence the outcome of the 2026 season is absolutely ridiculous.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life. Hey, my name is Stacy Bruner. I was Bucky Badger from 2010 to 2014. My most memorable sports moment was running out the flag at the 2013 Rose Bowl versus Stanford. Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Let's be honest, I don't do stink. I work hard, I sweat, but I still want my gear to smell good and last. That's why I love Iron Jock. It was built to solve the problem everyone knows, smelly gear that wears out too fast. Iron Jock uses silver ion technology, infusing nano silver right into the fabric to kill 99% of odor-causing bacteria. For the life of the gear, it doesn't wash out, it doesn't wear out. Iron Jock keeps me fresh and feeling unstoppable. Iron Jock, no stink, just performance. Shop now at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Wilde Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
We'll get to Whoa Nelly coming up. Tausch will tell us about UW Credit Union as well before that. But before we get to either of those things, the Dallas Cowboys, who I don't know if you would look at the Dallas Cowboys and say, there's a team that I would follow the way they do business when it comes to roster management, are tagging George Pickens. Stephen Jones quotes, "We think the world of him. We want him here." So he is not expected to hit the open market, according to Judy Batista of NFL Network. I don't think there's anybody on the Packers list that we went through earlier in the program, other than maybe some folks who think it might be wise to do that with Malik Willis, who would be in contention for this. But this is a team that paid Trayvon Diggs a huge amount of money and then cut him 2 years into his contract. Traded away Micah Parsons, who appears to be one of the best football players in the league, and acquired George Pickens from the Steelers, and now will be tagging him in hopes of extending him. They do have another great wide receiver who they also pay a very large amount of money to in CeeDee Lamb. And they have a quarterback who carries a very large cap number as well. Does this seem wise to you? And do you look at the Cowboys and think it's a good thing they don't seem to know what they're doing, because that is one less team that the Packers really have to worry about?
Well, I think they know what they're doing in some respects. I think they draft and do a pretty good job of developing offensive linemen. They obviously have butchered the contract negotiations with Dak, but Dak's a really good player. Mm-hmm. But what they do is they will wait. They're not proactive with most of their guys. And that gets you in a Micah Parsons situation where you end up kind of in a tough spot and you have to trade him. You don't trade. And by the way, Pickens was fantastic for them last year. He was not in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay two wideouts number one money. Why would George Pickens not want anything less than what CeeDee Lamb got? He's going to. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where kind of figuring this out, and that's why I would believe that I'll be surprised if Jaden Reed doesn't get a contract extension in the next year. And they'll get him early, and he'll be a little bit less, and he'll be that, that number two guy.
Yeah.
They did that with Christian Watson to give them another year to buy some time to see where he's at. And then they have a young guy coming up. You have to tier this out. And hey, you get lucky and you're very fortunate. You have a bunch of studs, you have to let some of them go, and then you get comp picks. That's kind of how you look at this. But yeah, from a roster management standpoint, you made that trade, and it worked out for the year. Now I almost wonder, if I was Dallas, I would look long and hard. If you believe CeeDee Lamb is your number one, which they do, you flip that I think a third-round pick, and you go get more resources. You don't dump $40 million into another wideout.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been your plan if all goes great. If it doesn't, you get George Pickens back for another year, and it's you let that go. I don't think Pickens is going. You're going to end up with what are you looking for, another Micah Parsons situation, where he's going to come to camp, he's not going to do anything, and then that becomes a black cloud over your. But again, Dallas loves headlines. They love this sort of stuff.
You're right,
and they're almost sometimes more interested in this than the actual roster construction to build a champion. So you got lucky, or you made a smart move in bringing Pickens in because he's been really good. But now you're in that weird scenario, and that's where I think Green Bay is very selective with who they approach. But then they try and get that done so they can start. Tucker Kraft will get a new deal before next season, and that is going to be really smart business because You're probably going to get him around or less than a Kittle contract. And my guess in 2 years, you're going to look at it and say, man, what a deal for us. And when you do that, they did that, Elton Jenkins earlier, and then obviously he moved. That's how you build your roster, by securing young, talented players early, not by trading and then franchise tagging and having big cap hits and really hamstringing what you can do. And that's what I think Dallas has done in this case.
Yeah, great point. Great analysis. We did get a request in the YouTube comments from Eric in Madison that we should talk about real wrestling instead of the scripted wrestling. And Chris Bono.
I'll say this. You want to know the hardest? Well, we're not going to break down. Listen, man, I love it. I love Wisconsin sports. I'm not breaking down Chris Bono's wrestling team.
Riley can do that next time.
If there's a guy that's going to be undefeated for 4 straight years, I am intrigued. And wrestling is a hard sport. I'll tell you, Luke Fickell loves wrestlers at the University of Wisconsin. He was a wrestler. NFL scouts love wrestlers. Scotty Wells, wrestler. You're going to have some tough SOBs. Wrestling tests you in ways that nobody you know what you're dealing with when you watch a guy's wrestling career, because they're going to get beat, most of them. They're going to have adversity, and they have to get up. So I agree with that. And by the way, you want to know the toughest ticket in the WIA? You want to know what the toughest ticket is?
Tell us. I think I know.
WIA State Wrestling. Try to get a ticket for a WIA State Wrestling meet down here. Good luck. I don't care what section it's in. I don't care what segment they're going to have. If it's the Friday morning session or it's the Saturday, it's the championship. You want tickets to WIA Wrestling? Good luck. You're going to have to pay. It's not easy. Let's just put it that way.
What would John Madden say about the ticket situation for...
He'd say, you're not a member of UW. Well, you mean you're not a member of UW? For every stage of life, don't force it on me. Hey, don't force it. Don't be forcing it.
I don't think that's what John Madden would say. Oh, we broke him.
You don't know anything about it. What are you doing? What are you talking about there, Rick? For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. You know what? Why would you want to join UW Credit Union? Well, you want to keep your banking local. You love member first service. You love great perks like early payday. And just you want to be out in the community. You want to support the community. Well, that's what UW Credit Union does. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but this makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today, like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
And good luck to Chris Bono and the Badgers as they get ready for the Big Ten Championships, which I'm sure are also a very difficult ticket. They'll be in Happy Valley. They're at Penn State on March 7th. That has been your Wrestling Minute. Whoa, Nelly is next. Woo! Woo! You took words right out of my mouth. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
For over a century, one family has helped generations move forward. Christofferson Moving and Storage. They've built a legacy of trust, celebrating 120 years in 2026. With transparent, upfront pricing, highly trained professional crews, and flexible services designed around you, they protect your home and belongings with expert care and clear communication every step of the way. Let them handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage. Your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at ChristoffersonMoving.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Talk Badger sports year-round with the Jump Around podcast.
We are thrilled to be joined by Badger offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes.
Tune in for the top Badgers conversations every week, featuring special guests with Wisconsin players, coaches, and more.
Colton is a guy that has incredible athletic ability, arm talent. You know, he's a true dual-threat quarterback.
The Jump Around, brought to you by Steinhoffels. Streaming live every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and available wherever you get your podcasts.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Talk about stepping up! Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Brewers baseball is back.
First pitch swinging and a drive to deep left. It's way back and way gone for Brandon Lockridge. First home run of the spring.
You're listening to Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
I believe if Ric Flair were here and I told him that it was time for Wonelli, he would say, "Woo, time for Wonelli."
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, "Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide."
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Wonelli
on Wilde Tausch.
It happened again in the Pepsi suite.
You took home pizzas?
So, a couple of years ago, I went to a Wisconsin men's basketball game with my friend, Tier 1 Tyler, who works over at...
Who you demoted for moving away.
No, he's not demoted.
No, you did.
You did demote him.
You
Check the
publicly
tape.
demoted,
You demoted him.
He stood in my wedding. He has 2 kids now. Life is busy. He moved further away from me.
You demoted
he will
him.
forever be a Tier 1. There's no doubt about it. Tier 1 for life. A couple of years ago, we went to the Pepsi suite, and I was an invited guest.
Not by Pepsi.
And no, but by Tyler. And controversially, At the end of the night, I was one of the last ones remaining, and there was extra food, and I thought, I'll grab some leftovers and bring them home. And I've been ridiculed for it ever since.
Well, it wasn't your sweet. If it was your sweet, take it. Yeah.
Yesterday,
they didn't offer it to you. You offered it to yourself.
Game wraps up. Wisconsin, nice 13-point win over Iowa. I don't like their coach because he used to be at Drake, who beat Bradley last year where I went.
He's an improvement over Fran.
No, I prefer Fran. Fran was fun because he was reckless and yelling all the time. This guy, Ben McCullum, he's actually like a good coach. He's always wearing a white shirt with a gold tie. It was a blue tie at Drake. Now it's a gold tie. Bennett Sturtz is a very annoying player for Iowa. Very annoying, very obnoxious player.
I hear he takes leftovers that aren't his, too.
So I was glad to see Wisconsin get a nice win over Iowa.
He's projected to be a first-round pick.
Sturtz? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is.
Apparently you're not familiar with his work.
I'll have to read some draft boards. I can't believe that.
Whoa. He apparently takes limousines and jets, too, from what I understand.
Game wraps up, I think, because it's a Sunday afternoon that everybody got out of there pretty quick from the Kohl Center. So it's just Tyler and Becca and I and our other friend John hanging around for a bit. And Tyler says, there is so much leftover food. And I was here on Friday night, and I took a bunch home for my family. We still have it. You guys should take the leftovers. And I said, I'm not falling for this again. I did this a couple of years ago, and I was constantly made fun. He said, no, please take it. He went out of the suite, went to ask somebody for to-go boxes, brought them back into the suite, handed them to John and I, and we filled up the containers with to-go boxes. It happened again.
What all did you take?
I took, so here is the thing. We had a good assortment of wings and brats and delicious stuff. And then there was a dessert tray that didn't get touched very much yesterday.
So you just took the whole tray.
So I said,
hey, we'll bring this back
here's what
next
I can
week.
do. Here's what I can do. I'll bring the desserts into the office and share them with everybody today. So that's what I did. I have I re-gifted the desserts from the Kohl Center suite. And they're now available for members of our office to eat here as a Monday treat.
How many wings do you take back?
None. John loaded up on brats and wings. He's good. He's set for days. Fair or foul? IPT or no? In poor taste?
Totally fair. That's all totally fair. Last time you didn't ask. You just started taking. This time they're begging you to take it, and you don't want to waste it. Yeah, this is not. This is nothing controversial.
Good job,
You're actually
Jesse.
being an idiot.
You didn't waste the food, and you shared with your teammates.
Thanks.
Way to go.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, were you looking for Was he looking for
ended up here.
This isn't an attaboy story.
But the story sucks.
This isn't an attaboy story.
Yeah, it kind of turned into that. Who
knew? Go boo at a suite.
What?
Whoa, Nelly.
This story stinks.
Yeah, that story does.
So what if you have an air fryer and the wings, like your friend John who took the wings, right?
Yeah.
And do those fry back up pretty nicely?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because that feels like a missed opportunity by you.
We could have. If Becca was willing to let me take another box, I would have considered it. But I think she was.
Now wait a minute.
There was a little defense being played.
Wait a minute now. See. You wanted the attaboy story, but I think there's a more interesting dynamic afoot here.
No, there's not.
Your wife, you were going to take another box of food, and your wife told you not to?
I mean, there was another container that went unused, and there was more food that I don't know where it ends up with the garbage can, or if any of the other people get to take it home. I don't know how it all works there, but I hope it didn't go wasted.
Are you afraid for us to continue this conversation now because of what you just allowed us to learn about how this played out?
I would have had a couple more chicken tenders. We also parked up by the square, and it was like a 30-minute walk to get to our car.
I bet you got hungry.
And it was
walk.
cold. We didn't realize how cold it was. And,
yeah, it was chilly last night.
Yeah.
It was chilly.
So a lot of factors working against me yesterday on taking more leftovers home. But desserts are here.
Whoa, Nelly!
During the game, Tier 1 Tyler's latest football take that he had me text Brad Nortman, Kyle Bruston Nortman, weekday afternoons at 2 o'clock on ESPN Wisconsin about. How come NFL...
You guys have a conversation?
How come...
You guys have a conversation?
How come NFL GMs don't try to have someone who can be both the kicker and the punter to save a roster space? Because teams punt less and less now. You could probably have a kicker who's pretty dependable and then can double as the punter and add another offensive lineman or a safety or somebody else that you can add some more depth throughout the course of the season. Special teams guy.
Because, Jesse, not every game is going to be... Now, I agree, you don't punt as much. Obviously, Green Bay had 3 games they didn't punt and they lost, which is still it's crazy. I like the premise of it, but when you need one, you need one. And you don't want to not have one. Same thing. Well, why can't you find a tight end that could snap? Doesn't matter if they snap good or not. It does matter.
I don't think that's the same
It does
at all.
matter when you're kicking out of the end zone at the end of a game and you need to hold the team down and you can't have Shankopotamus come out there. You need somebody that's going to bury one. So, yeah, it's if you have an average to below average punter, I agree with you. Green Bay's got one of the best punters in the league. And when push comes to shove, you need him to deliver the goods. I want a guy that's what he does. And when you don't have him is when you'll need him. So I appreciate you thinking outside the box. Tier 1 Tyler, Tot, as we call you in the world, Toddy. But this is the case, yeah, Tier 1 Tyler. It adds up. It's like woo.
Since when do we call him Toddy?
Toddy. Hotty toddy.
I just,
you need
that's good. No, I like it. I didn't realize we called him that. That's the first time I've heard it. That was why that facial expression was there. Well, we appreciate the content that Toddy led by inviting you. I'm curious about the wings, though. Free wings.
So, Jesse, why was there so much leftovers? Was there a light turnout?
No, it was a full turnout, but a lot of late arriving crowd. Everybody was really into the game. Sometimes, in the suite, sometimes you're really into the game. Sometimes you're kind of milling about and snacking a little bit more. Big game yesterday. Everybody was really dialed into the game, and I think
we needed that one.
Yeah.
We got this roadie coming up that I wouldn't be shocked if we slipped. We need to make sure we're in that. I want to make sure we're playing. Since I'm going down to the Big Ten tournament, I got to make sure we're playing on Thursday. Let's make sure, maybe even Friday. Maybe we sneak through to Friday. Who knows?
Want to thank Doomy McSlivage in the YouTube comments. I love the names. I think he's got a good idea. I think for as long as we are preparing for Thanalysis Live with Ric Flair, this segment should be, woo, Nelly. I think that's clever. I like it.
Not bad. I actually love that idea. Who said that in?
Doomy McSlivage. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but
that sounds like it could be.
Sounds made up.
Make sure you're pronouncing that. Make sure you're pronouncing that correctly, just like you did with the Ric Flair speech.
Indeed, yeah. I hear he takes limousines. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde Tausch.
We're on the Badgers.
The coaches, the players, we're bringing an entire new mindset.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And it's to win. It's to win.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for the Blue Mountains of cold, refreshing Coors Light. Whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, celebrating a big win after the game, or you just need a moment to chill, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process: cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue when chilled to perfection, which, besides the refreshing taste, is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories, Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. A Sunday showcase. Nick Boyd on fire in Sunday's victory over Iowa. 27 points, 10 dimes, and a rebound shy of a triple-double. Boyd on what pushes him to perform at a high level. Audio courtesy Wisconsin Athletics.
I love to compete. You know what I mean? That's the whole reason why I came here. Play against the best guys in the country, whether it's point guard, shooting guard, center, whoever it is. That's the reason why I came to the Big Ten. So I love to compete. It's the name of the game.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
As a mom, I'm glad my son plays school sports. It's where he has fun with his friends. He contributes to the team. Oh, and he stays out of trouble.
Support your school's athletic programs. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot! A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
We're on the Packers.
This 2 or 3 year window needs to yield a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When you bring back everybody, Mr. Policy is telling you we're winning a championship.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
We're late for Rich Eisen. Big surprise. Big reminder, though, that he is next. Yeah, I don't know why it would have happened either. By the way, one piece of criticism, constructive for Tausch on his John Madden. Not enough from Jason. Not enough booms and bangs. Those are kind of important. Fair. So I thought that was a fair critique.
Well,
Otherwise,
I'll get my notes post-show, and I'm sure that
we'll
my friend, he or she,
Chat JPT, if she says the same thing. That's it for us today. Enjoy Rich Eisen. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN